Palaban din man, no?
Pinaikli yung buhay niya.
Tapos na ba yung cover mo lahat?
Hindi pa. Pero nakuha ko na lahat.
Yung style to na lang.
Style to na lang.
Bumili ka ba ng sale, ma?
Oo.
Gano'n. Kahit makaabot na ako sa sale.
Liquid kalaban nila. Ano? RNG.
Palaban din man, no?
Hello, mga guys, batiin niyo naman si Eli ng happy birthday. Hello, happy birthday daw.
Anong sabihin mo, Ella, pag hinati?
Sabi mo thank you. Eli, sabi mo thank you.
Say thank you. Only thank you.
Just like a one fight.
Pa natin yung...
Ano ba kung
Hello, Loret. Hello, Mars Paragas.
Epo.
Naku, B, hindi kasi ako nag-accept, B. Hindi rin ako nag-add eh. Kasi nahihirapan akong mag-add sa iba.
just take a one?
Bigyan niya ang
Sorry. Sorry. Tingnan natin.
Give me some bacon, can I have it? Yeah, but it'll be $5, but I'm broke. We're not gonna get bread for free. Okay, we'll see about that. Hey, now you can't sell this anymore. You might as well just give it.
Partida na ng
Holding position is that it's not a task that you actually want to jump
Kaya
into.
kasi nung pressure sa Gunskin. Gunskin, pressure sa Gunskin.
So, love the disruption. We've seen good couples with the disruptor and the
Nalba tayo ng Boom vs. RNG. So, game 1 pa lang pala ito, mga B.
well out of position, tiny Jack,
Hello, Jose Radi Quintero. Royal never give up. Ay, yan si Try? Oh? Tawag ka. Ay, hindi may gift si Ate Bianca. Ay, si Try. Lock yung pinto, papasok dito yon. Lock yung pinto, papasok.
that can go and hunt down your silencer, pretty much so you can feel any single time.
Uy, makapagpa-picture ka kay Bianca. Hindi. Uy, tumingin ka sa katabi mo. O ano. Pag nakita mo si Bianca, ewan ko na lang kung masayang pang maganda.
In fighting ground and what we wanted to make the response is. It's like his perfect response to the tight hunter, you can get the split splash going, if you're able to
Di
get
ba si
out
Bianca
of
yung
the
nag-caring?
definitely thumbs up there, perfect goal.
Hello, Mikmik! Tabugadir.
And the natural response coming
tournament
in,
nila, ano? Sama ba kayo?
natural counter for the Cycles, the reason why I really like this for RNG has been tiny.
Shay
He's
versus
both of his
my
own attempt to
Bianca.
build up, and he just does so much damage that it
Battle
doesn't even
of
matter if you
Jay.
get the shadow himself. So if you've got this tree body going and Tiny is anywhere in that AoE, the Slyke will be literally just die. You can't even fight up against the Tiny, so having Tiny on your team for RNG really just makes this Slyke pick a whole lot easier. Now he has to be a little bit more careful up against the Leshrac. But
Hello, G. Masangkay and JR. Shoutout. Yes! Ito naman, okay naman, i-share nyo na yung live natin, mga B.
Kanina pa na yan na
Tusker for Gokosh, maybe even a mid silencer and have a Wisp being picked up for teams and be playing
Pacific. Ang ganda ko, no?
like that. Maybe we might see that.
Silencer, pangontra sa
Just be seeing
Enigma.
region outside of China and not give them a save. Not give them
Pero powerhouse nito, RNG.
Yeah.
Just keep making sure they're slight. Just have too many more.
Iba din si Chalice, di ba?
Yes! Sobrang lakas ngayon ng ng EG.
Yeah, hindi na sila.
Thank you so much, Josh Clemente. I know naman.
Hindi na
Charot
sila
lang.
yung one hero poll na may...
Yes, kaya nga parang mali ata yung pinik natin na ano. Ano yun? Yung maraming...
Yung limited hero poll.
Oo, naku po. Mukhang nagkamali tayo ng ating mga napili. Lo, bakit dito? Lo, ang gulo. Gusto ka niya makita. Kung totoo ka daw maganda. Ay, guys, may bisita tayo mula sa ilalim ng lupa. Ba, ano mo, John?
Hi.
Papayat ka ng papayat. Hello, Arnold. Ano ba? Kadiri naman suso mo. Ina mo, dami nanonood.
Ay, dami view.
Hello,
Atin 3322.
Hoy. Hello, Mikmik. And shower out.
Hi, guys.
Uy, picture daw siya sa'yo kasi narinig na dyan ka. Singer yan from ng mga patay.
Ay, true ba?
Oo.
Saan ka nakapusta?
Ha? Wala, hindi ako nakapusta.
Ay,
Ano
bakit
gusto ng
ganyan
AG
yung
ka?
betting site mo? Hindi ako familiar dyan sa
Putang ina mo,
betting.
huwag kang epal din. Uy, picture naman. Picture ka na!
Ay, talaga ba? Ay, mga mami ko. No? Ay, mga mami ko.
Sabi ako, may umakabis. Kumapit.
May cellphone mo naman, ma'am.
Ito na nga.
Mayaman yung cellphone mo.
Ito lang utang. Ina mo.
Ano ba kinakain mo?
Ako nga, picture na nila kay Bianca.
Wait lang mga Bia. Oy, napunta ka dyan, Bianca, sabi ni John Francisco.
Sila pala yung mga nasa
Hello,
back,
Arnold
ano?
Panga.
Yes, ma'am.
Ay, nakalap. Ay,
Siya muna,
nalaban
siya
pa. Bibag pala kang yaya.
Okay lang yan. Accept ko na naman niya.
Agaw.
Pwede ba ako mag-close?
Agaw, one. Babe, mukhang orange buta.
Wait lang, big.
Okay, one, two.
So far, what him matched up against the track
Best lang pwede.
is there something else you'd like to see? Maybe they put
Anong
something.
kinakain mo, tae?
Dalawa kami, ma.
Ay, ito.
Wow, lumalaban. Para malito sila kung sino niya.
Agaw, one.
Just gonna go full back for the punch, okay?
Ay, ang ganda.
I like this punch peek.
Ako naman,
May
Miss
baka lang
Bianca,
itlog mo, be.
Pero i-edit ko na lang.
Agaw, one.
Oo, nakakapag si Joby.
Wait, the po. One.
Try to transition this tough guy into something.
sinong tunay ng Bianca Rat?
Kiss mo na lang ako, madam. Hindi, birthday kasi ng anak ng boss namin, kaya andito siya. Hello, Arnold Tangan. Boom. Pag mga ganyan, maraming nagwa-watching.
Ay, Bianca.
Oo nga pala.
Masarap na kayong araw?
26 kami.
My only
Kailan
Hindi
kayo?
lang ako finals na. May ESGs pa ako.
30, tapos uwi kinabukasan.
Hindi naman, mga 2 days yun.
Eh di mga ano ka uwi. 30, 31 hanggang 31 lang October. Di November
30
pa.
lang? Magkakaliwan ba?
31 ba
May
yun?
SGS na nga pala ngayon, no?
Oo, 31 hanggang 31 October. Hanggang 31 lang siya, be. Ano dala niyo, B?
side of that, they should have.
Tala, ipupunta kami birthday.
Kaya wala kayo dalang pasalubong, wala regalo.
Ano lang? Birthday mo ba?
Ba? Kung nakatingin ka sa kanya, hindi siya naniniwala kasi sabi niya, dun daw sa, kasi nag-ano yan ang huling aswang, taga-pagadian yan. Mindanao.
I think they dropped it.
Siya yung huling aswang. Ilalak daw doon. Oo, tas sabi daw maganda ka daw. Sabi ko, tumingin ka lang dito. Oo. Ay, teka lang.
The backline, start doing some smart things and play on
Ang
the front.
payat, miss. Parang...
Wala na, nung nakaraan. So,
Be, mo ang yaya.
Okay na yan.
nakaraan po bayit ako mga 40 kilos. 43 na ako.
Wow! Achievement! 43 kilos na daw siya, mga be. Ang gwapo naman nito ni Fluke.
Hindi naman ako to. Ganda.
Ano, oh. Napindot ata. Nanonood sila, no? Mas mamaya.
Kaya nakisingit to si ano.
Kumakanta sila
Si
dyan.
Kasha.
Kumakanta sila dyan.
Saan mo na naman?
Ayoko gago, dinilit ko nga. Itang ina mo.
Bianca, babawi ka namin dun sa tournament. Kasi kami nag-champion sa isang tournament na yung Calabayatas. Mga kalaban namin yung mga nag-champion. Sila Shane.
Ah, oh.
Mga
Nanalo kayo?
Nanalo kami dun sa isa pang pa-tournament. Tapos sabi may battle pa doon ng mga champion.
Oh! Love it. May sasabihin ka ba sa stream mo? Baka nanonood siya.
Galingan niya, tsaka gandahan niya.
Oy, grabe ka. Ganyan ba yung Jovi?
Galing.
Sana rinig sa stream yun, ang pangit ng ugali.
Buti na lang, bukas pa ako magbe-bet. Ang hirap kumula ngayon. Like ko laro ito eh. Si John Francisco, lagi kami tuturbo.
Hindi lagi kayo talo.
Oy, lagi kami panalo sa turbo kasi tapos na nga namin. Oh.
I'm just gonna give you boost.
Tapos ko na, bakit?
Like a 60.
What?
Ano ka?
Pindutin mo na, be.
I feel like, as you said,
Ayan na, naano ko na, poking ina mo.
Hindi, si
Ah.
MTV.
Akin na send mo na sa akin TV Plus.
Bayan laki na ano mo, Joby, chanelin mo. Sige, go. Sa turbo lang maayos. Sa turbo lang daw maayos. Napakabayat ni Bianca. Ewan ko kung ano yung kinakain na itong taong. Ano gift sa'yo ni Kuya Try? Patingin nga sa kanya Ate Bianca. Wow! Oh my God! It's so amazing, Tamiya. You know how
Oh
to
my God, Tania! Oh my God!
you know how to assemble this wine? You want? Okay, later. Bakit? Pangarap ko magkaganito eh. Tamiya.
nobody's getting me into the party room.
Dami pera. Tamiya lang.
Dahon lang kinakain.
Grabe yung ano braso. Idipin mo na yan kay Bianca para ma-indip siya sa'yo. Di ba kalala siya sabi mo? Bianchi.
Boom, I definitely,
Oh,
Alam mo kay Eder, oh. Ano na lang, ika-cover ko yung mukha ko.
bakit pa kung ano mo? Parang ang tong.
I like this friend.
Hello, Jaymar Dinas. Birthday kasi nung anak ng boss namin, kaya nandito siya. Ito, si Eli. Eli, ka naman, Eli.
I like this friend.
Can I say hello to viewers?
I understand that they can put
Hindi ko siya pwede.
pressure on towards the slide.
Ano kay Eder, oh.
And if they're able to get a few
Pag di binababa yung ano.
FBC is just gonna be a
Ay, phosphor yung... okay. Doon lang sila sa taas. Gago pa tayo, first blood.
Since Mike ended up taking a tumble here,
Wala na big kahit
the danger levels I think
Wala, ano? Tatlo sa taas, be. 3v3.
cannot remove himself from the ice.
Oo, kahapon pa, Jaymar.
Like, well, you don't want to do it this, but
Lumipat na yung strike sa baba.
it's a customer thing, it's a party. Hold on,
Yeah, this is the TI musical
Ingit
chairs.
na naman ang mga baby boys sa
That's why I
palagay.
love seeing these mind games that come out between these teams. Only in TI is when
Wala, naguguluhan na sila. Kasi sila ni Lane.
And it is all about the musical TP scrolls, right? Where Bo says, well, I've died, so I'm going to TP at some lane. My Enigma's already here.
Offlane ba si Kaka?
And then
Di ba?
Jackie just goes, okay, I'm going to follow you too. Now you don't have a TP scroll. I don't have a TP
Ano
scroll.
ba rin
I
niya
have
dyan?
one. So you're really going to try and walk top? I'm going to take these couple of minutes and get CS and experience, and I'm perfectly happy with it. So
Kaka talaga yung kilalang two hero pero ang laki. Lion Shaman. On the pick. Highest in range.
Ba't di ba siya kumukuha ng ano?
Comfort hero.
You need to run away from Sin.
Hero na
And I shot again. Just came back with cooldown. It's going to be able to another kill.
Shaman talaga yung
They can even still to this full trialing action. I'm not going to come in dribs and drags. They're
Shaman
ideal,
ng
man.
PK.
They're playing into a trialing goal, so there's nothing we can do about this. FPC has migrated to the top lane.
Talagang tinatatlo nila yung ano, carry.
And here comes another one.
Naku po, sa taas na naman yung strike, apat.
I move in for a kill, though. Nova has access to the clips and Chalice does have the mana for stun. So FPC should die. Those doesn't want to get left out of the
Pati
party.
strike na sa taas.
He shows up as well. They surround FPC. They really want this.
Gagong tagal.
The flag bearers keep actually blocking a bit of the approach here. Those finally able to get on top of him. And they give him the kill.
Grabe.
He is mid.
Grabe sa FBC. Laka.
My God. Will they eventually end up dying? That's not.
Apat sa taas. Oh my God.
FPZ. That's how you live in silence. Four heroes to the top side of the map for a whole 30 seconds.
Bakit hindi ba kaya ng strike punch?
Shuffling himself right now because that is more fun as
Lipatan sila ng lipatan, oh. Lipatan sila ng lipatan.
He knows that he
Wag
wants to play with Angie, so he's just trying to
Wag lang,
stay
ano.
away from Ghost as much as he possibly can. Now, they're in this awkward scenario.
Wala nga eh, palipat-lipat siya eh.
The bottom refill from FTC back on boys. And he's going to be going towards this water room as well. And
Nabaliw na.
what it is in the water of Boom Esports today, they're doing some funky, wacky stuff. There are heroes absolutely every single team in this game. And I don't think they're going to be slowing down because they understand that the heroes that they
Grabe para si sa single kill. Apat pa sila. Masakit rat. Sa bagay kasi tatlo rin eh. Kalinya niya, tas Scar, Silencer, tapos Pudge. Nabaliw na yung carry nila.
And that's where everyone's kind of walk around the map and getting kind of
Nang tagal mamatay paano, sa nila lahat yung third skill ni Kaidan.
Just make it weird. You're going to be the team that actually half understands what
Well, we better hurry up and purchase a plan because Josh unlocked his password yesterday and he still hasn't found the coconut.
Compatriots of RNG back in China, an extreme gaming are a squad that often plays that style of Dota, just making the game as strange and bizarre as humanly possible. So RNG will have practice against that. We'll see how things go and if they're able to...
Nawawala kasi sa first skill is di pa nakuha ng Slark yung plus. Wala, hindi niya mapapatay.
have two heroes involved with each other.
Nawawala ba ng Slark yung negative damage?
So far, very even on the CS cards here. Of course, Sonus
Ni Side Hunter.
Actually, do that on the map. Once he hits level 6, level 7, otherwise your opponent can just wait for him to be and then just try and muscle over the
Ganda ng panira ni Japoy, 2K din yung ano niya.
Just Sonus, where do you think you want to go on the map right now as he starts to improve levels?
I think the best place to try is trying to just kill Skep early on. Obviously, Jackie is pretty good at that.
Kasi si Bianca mas na. Hindi yan sa labas. Hanggang makakarating lang nun, Francis.
With the disruptor trying to onto Skep.
Para kang tango, ba't tinatakpan mo yung mukha mo?
Hindi, gawin ko profile eh.
O kaya nga, bakit mo tatakpan?
Mapangit ko ma, to be honest. Huwag ka nang mag-inig.
Ang pangit, gago.
Is counteracted by the snowball. So I guess in the meantime, let's just chase this Scam around. He doesn't have access to the chains, but should be able to get this kill. Unless Scam is going to go for the most epic denial ever of all time. He's going to waste his time. Well, I think he took some cues from what FPZ was doing in the top lane. Sometimes just...
Curaçao, Kambal, I miss you. Sabi ni Brian Chu.
Oh, yan siya yung kamukha ko pero gumanda na siya.
Ay, pero gumanda na daw. Search nga si
Greta
Brian.
din yan, ma.
Brian.
Laban ng injections. Maganda na may jowa na nga yan.
Site ko nga kung kamukha mo. Hindi mo naman kamukha eh.
Pagandahin kita.
Huwag mo ano eh, kung takpan yung mukha mo, baliw.
Asan si Bianca?
I-share mo sa akin papapression ko dali.
Asan si
Walang pangit ginawa si Lord Mams. Ewan ko sa kanya, pangit daw siya, sabi niya. Siya nagsabi noon. Tinatakpan niya yung mukha niya doon sa picture na ni Bianca. Hindi ko ba't nagagandaan sila kay Bianca? Hindi ko maganda yun. Hindi nga naliligo yun.
Not everybody is that.
Patay. Patay si Iska. Masakit din talaga ng mga Edoloins.
Alright, so that's nice for Chalice as well. Sometimes get too far from
Napagod na si Jack Boys kakatipi.
just keep chilling. Get that when you rate pack going as soon as possible. Sonus, just be careful here, playing around with his race. Raycon has come back to try and assist. Because the split went pretty difficult to time lock down there. Came very close to killing Tims. And Sonus still some of their lack of experience playing this mid lane, team himself in the
Ayaw kasi mag-feels. Ang sakit din talaga yung shoot. It's true. Ayaw daw kasi. Self-pity yan lagi si Kambal. Shoota siya. So, ayaw daw kasi mag-feels. Ayaw daw niya mag-feels, Brielle. Gago na.
Lumalaki yung ano. Alam mo na.
Hook shot. Or a hook rock.
Ayoko na.
Gago, patay pa si
Young, tiny. Tim
Mabuhay pa.
died. Silas Midnight Pulse.
Wala, patay pa din.
Cock out for a Somnus though makes it his way towards bottom. And that is our answer towards the question I asked you earlier. Where is he gonna go first? It turns out he's gonna go bottom and he's gonna immediately get a kill as he does so.
Yeah, I think bottom was probably going to be the best way to
Sandun yung mukha mo.
use
Di
it a
ba?
little bit of this extra pressure.
Ever ka din.
Yo, Pod, you understand?
Ewan ko, tinatakpan niya yung para di na tayo tawagin na igorot. Alam mo na yan, bully tayo malala. Oh. Ayaw nga daw niya mag-pills BL, sinabi na namin sa kanya yun.
Number 6 on the tide.
Ang gusto lang daw niya, buy Jessic o kaya Centrum.
They can kind of just smash into all these tier 1 towers.
Pagalitan daw siya ng Mudra Kells niya.
You don't want to send Chalice there because he's getting every closer towards you.
Pero mayaman, pero pang second pa rin yung Slark ha. Kahit ganun na nangyari sa early game niya na paikot-ikot.
He's getting the main slayer.
May magic gano'n siya ka puti
Get some of
ngayon.
these fights where
Hanapin ko yung picture niya na
and then get towards
parang magkamukha talaga kami.
They are understanding that RNG needs to try and alleviate a bit of the pressure that's going to come from the next couple of minutes. Starting to get that exponential point, especially now with Jack Boy being able to catch out Kaka.
Fashion ko nag-comment agad oh.
Sino?
Si Marvin Canlas. May nakasando, hindi ako nakakamsito. Ay, cancel yung body. Body yung visit.
Does have a bottle charges at the ready. Won't choose to pop it. Windows do come out. Really would like to chase down Jackie.
Kasi tinatakot.
This stage of the game, probably not gonna be happening.
Sabihin hindi pa ikaw yan.
It's already showing us the style of Ember Spirit where you can anticipate out of
Oo
it.
nga, ang takpan yung mukha mo kasi, tsaka.
Because they're unable to get that kill though, that does mean that he's very happy in his lane.
Tignan mo yung mukha niya, ma.
Blink Dagger, Sims is doing
Pa-fresh
his
ka.
thing.
Di ba gamot sa lagnat yung buy Jessic? Oo.
Yung mukha niya before.
Get into that slight
Pa-fresh ka lang, BFF. Huwag na pills. Ah, parang sabi namang hindi siya fresh. Sabi ni Brian.
Maganda naman siya.
Maganda naman siya.
1844. Iba din yung skin niya.
Or the Leshrac rather, which is a big problem in this game.
Mala Adele voice kaya dami apam sa Steam. Malala Battle Pass. True, kaya pa namin siya pinakakanta dito eh. Kaso uwi na siya sa Monday. Nakuha niya na yung ticket niya. Nakuha niya na yung ticket niya, Brielle. Pauwi na siya dyan. Hello, Mark! Lawrence Jimenez Hernandez. Shout out.
Both these teams just happy to find. Obviously, we know that RNG they want to go towards this main slayer plus one item for it goes. Somebody still hasn't got his first item yet. I like that he's deciding to fall back for his orange version as well. This means that he gets that little bit of extra damage to try and finish off some of these kills that he missed out on earlier.
Sakit
Getting away
gagi.
towards the other blade. Just a natural counter up against the Leshrac. He wants to try and stand in these two fights with Max flame shield.
Parang galit ka dito. Galit yan. Badi.
That's how he's taken down the Paj.
Ay, naka 2 points na siya. Naka 2 points na siya.
While they're trying to mark
Bahay niya. Uy, sample sa stream ng Adele.
1,000 HP on our slot. So that's one of
Kaya pa siyang makita, nag-Adele nga siya sa labas. Saka yung ayoko nang gusto ko nang bumitaw.
RNG's plan.
Oo, di ba? Mayaman pa rin yung Slark kahit yung early niya is hindi maganda.
Who had access here?
Second pa rin siya, oh. Mayaman pa siya kay
We
ano.
spoke about this earlier, that at this early point, man, just don't do anything. RNG. It takes so long before they get to the point where that starts to change. We still don't have
This
access to
dog
change.
call. Oh, but I see
He was in position for the catch up. You see elsewhere on the map, the silencer did end up getting picked off by Ghost and Kaka. Bottom of the
Yan, pero gagi.
put pressure onto FBZ. Chalice even gives away a small alpha on me. That can't feel good, but FBZ is ecstatic about this. They've held the tower.
Pwede ipakilala sa
They
pamilya.
force commitment to moves, knowing full well that these heroes can't really do anything else but farm on the side of the map after the
Ganito lang, pag early nga lang, may hirap lang mag-black hole pag hindi mo nahuli si, ano, pag di mo agad nahuli yung Lancer.
Kajowa na siya ng babae.
Oh, he's not dead. He's not either.
Hanap ka lang ng...
Flips sends back the assaulting hero. Hence they came, so he doesn't have to worry about himself.
Yeah, hitting the goods back there.
True! Ang sakit note pa plus 21 plus 30 yung peras, ang dami. Lalo pag nakapag-aganim siya.
Hindi, kami lang nagdudugo. Kasi lorong siya.
We talked about a lot of these items.
Lahat sila naka-hood, be.
Blood so from your cars, it's going to be able to turn up the aggression level. So throughout the entirety of the series today, what less strokes can do with Bloodstone. That's also as in the
Ko nang bumitaw.
I can't believe that one specific hero.
I-global ata ito, feeling ko.
Ang ginagawa lang niya naman yun.
That is the Bloodstone less stroke. Fun coaching could be good. For a bit of progression. When the science comes out, they need to connect.
Lo.
Hindi siya mabilit pag
Aga nag-note.
Joby!
Bakit? Pati ko pa kaya.
Bakit?
I don't think Tim was, did he take the left track in the moment?
Yun bang aura ni Jap? Aura ni Jap, yung kailan yan?
Nanonood ako mamaya sa
Iba ata to eh. Sa ano to? Sa Kashay ata. Yung marami, yung parang Halloween kineso. Alam ko dun yan eh. Tignan ko. Alam ko nandito pa ata yun.
Lugi-lugi talaga yung
Now we've got the science down. I think this is a good time here for RNG. You can see they want to get aggressive. They've got
Ito, yung sa ano.
FBZ perfect target.
Sa hollow chest. Sa hollow chest. Ay, hindi. Ay, hindi pala.
They don't want to fully commit trying to jump on the high ground, especially with Jackie still farming the triangle right now. So Tylancer does find himself brought down to the lane. And the lane is pretty ultimate tier 1 tower.
Bakit sa hollow chest?
It is unfortunate that it doesn't require the entire lineup. That's the issue with their draft right now. They don't have enough power spikes on the slot nor the Embersburg that either of them can be left out of the rotation. Doesn't require everybody to be involved.
Nemesis, boss, kamukha mo sana si Ana kung pumayat ka lang. Tababa ako, Supremo. Grabe ka naman. Di ba yan yung sa Nemesis? Di ko alam, hinahanap ko dyan eh, kung saan eh.
The thing is, it's such a hard decision to make, right? Oh wait, on the thought, they toss him forward. Kaka goes into the rest of the squad. Might have set himself up for failure though. He gets himself killed very early on. Fortunately for him, it doesn't seem like Ruby's supposed to set up to take advantage of the rabbit, so he's not let him rip.
Gusto ko lang dumita.
Felt like neither side really wanted to use any of
Yung
the
sasang pa lang yun.
Nino.
Invoker versus
As is the older dog, it's not the black hole, it's not the rabbit, it's the fear of set spells. Not the many that makes sense.
This is a clip of his life. Kind of whether the previous storm was going to be this kind of game time.
Pero lamang pa rin yung ano, RNG, 1K.
He's going to start to ramp up. This raid pack as well as the like this kind of enigma build where you're not relying so heavily on the one much more about you being in the team fight utilizing all those spells. Is the settling to get the team fight and use against maybe further down the trees than
4-0 sila.
anybody else. Agony Scepter here, selling the way that comes up, and we really haven't been able to abuse the kind of early times. Now has the Agony Scepter. Come up to the next couple of team fights, and imagine it's going to be a whole lot of clashes.
Didn't work. Would you rather eat Shadow's chili dog or be buried in Rouge's personality? I like Shadow's chili dog.
Never a time to try and make things happen on the map now. That time scare artists have to hold on to the other side of the spot. We're gonna put some pushing pressure on the team. This is guy playing by very, very quickly, but They want to push down bottom and also not slow lanes. Already to the ready.
Kung may global GG pa yung pag-costed, DC, sa kalaban. Wala pa nga tayo nakikita ang black hole eh.
I think China's force pushing the next level, waiting in the wings, so there's somebody post their head out, and get trips back to the other side of the map, or held in position for a bad fight. But there's Kaga, just goes and goes. Static Storm gets unleashed onto NPZ. You didn't have the damage for this though. I'm not 100% sure. Both really trying to get this kill, and they don't have the damage. Flips back. Who did they
Wala pa na ba black hole be?
Because Tint is going to be there with the snowball to prevent it from happening.
Nakapag black hole na ba?
Ensuring that Boom has 5 members back to defend. RNG will be forced to cheat away from this bottom lane if they want to keep their lives.
Yeah, that was big there from the teams. I feel like if that glitch went through their throat from RNG, they wouldn't even have
Hindi na siya nag-hood.
They got glimpsed all the way back towards the top lane. So now Boom, they really want to try and run forward. They don't utilize anything too hard so they're going to show this storm. So Boom are more than happy to try and get on the front foot with pressure on RNG. Talked about the Roshan. I feel like it's going to be pretty hard for both these two teams to try and take it. The only real teams that can kind of have a shout at it is maybe RNG. They get into things like a really time with the Roshan himself, but I think these teams are really going to struggle to try and take Roshan in a fast kind of manner. That's why you can see we're trying to posture and pick apart each other, right? That's why you see RNG pushing in towards that left side and see if it's going to be under rotation or over rotation, and then see if it's going to be there's two moving settings towards that bottom to the screen. There's a tech control at the top side of the map. Get the same from the side.
Again pops like a slow rotation from the side of Boom. Last time around he was deeper into the jungle when he stops them from being able to kill him. Now he breaks a 4-hero smoke. Feels good to be playing spot sometimes. Scouts are about ours. Too much time to do.
Di ba nag-isip kayo sa skin dito, Bing?
Wait, did he just dodge the ice shots of Tumbler's Way and then blink deeper into the trees? What a player!
Oh! Muntikan na, punta. Dapat siguro hindi na hindi na siguro nag-neutral item si Yopaj. Or hindi rin niya talaga abutan.
So, he's the one hero that is most influential at breaking us up if we're trying to initiate. So time to smoke.
Kaya hindi na nag-good si Pudge kasi naka-hood na yung dalawa oh.
Again, he actually slog. What is that? Like, it's impossible for them to try and get on top of this slide because they don't want to commit the global, and they don't want to commit a ravage because he's just going to dark packed it off. RNG, like, the way they're playing around this map is extremely well right now. You're definitely upset if you're a Boom fan. Okay, they found chumps. Okay.
It feels like he was
Long Ravage.
Ravage just as he finishes the TP out. He might have also just been like, well, I think they need to use my Ravage. They've ravaged down in front of their own tier 3 tower. We're fighting here, nowhere else, so now...
Hello, Marcus! Nadidispel ba ng strike yung Atos? Yes daw.
Now we see Ghost catching out Jackie in the river. I don't think really either of them really want this smoke. You know? That's one of those, you're punching each other up for a while and like, this is actually not a good idea, is it? No.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that could have been a scenario of maybe with the double
Gusto ko lang mag-ikaw Bumitaw
constantly running into goes, constantly running into Thomas, two workers really trying to catch this and keep Ravage now, but FB's got that bad boy on cooldown. And now Boom are the ones that are going to get aggressed on from RNG. very, very slow game. Both these teams are starting to respect each other and understanding that there's a lot of counterplay and a lot of counterplay that both the heroes have on their teams as well. Here's Snare, I think this game last stage, he's being caught, but then on top of it's really starting to face that RNG. We've just seen how awkward it's been for trying to get these two fights at the game starts getting later and later, and it's like...
Very low scoring game as well overall. I think you want to shadow or want to take a 6% one.
Yaman din ang timing.
Where's our first to 10? What's happening?
First to 10. Nice. First to 10. That's to a shot.
Namang 1-8 ang score.
Like League of Legends balls.
Namang din yung AG.
Saan ko yung bebe niya na Epis?
Only a 1K net worth lead as well here, so
May love eh.
really not much.
Oh, bakit mo naman inaaurahan?
Teams went for
You know, kasi siya kasi nag-buy the upcard yung...
on the
Oh.
Tusker. I don't hate it, but it feels kind of bad now. There's not been that much time. It would have been really, really good if we had a lot of team parts going on.
Wala lang kasi BFF sila.
The idea was, no, I don't fight people. We want to honestly fight. We want to continue to their faces, and if we have this that little extra force field, then maybe some of these fights we can slight drive and turn around, try to play
Bisitahin mo na kami sa
turn around, get the kill this fight.
Diyan. Sabi na katulog.
Going back for this big tagging out, it's getting really well. He's been scored up. Oh no.
What a jump coming in from this rock. Double pounds. Able to catch out and kill the silencer there. At the same time though, Jackie able to get the hook back onto Kaka, but he's caught inside the static storm now. So he might end up dying for this one. Has the BKB at the ready so he can just walk through it, but BKB is not eternal. So I'm going to activate his own BKB right now. Unfortunately, no real catch available. Ghost gets hooked back, and there's no more access to the Shadow Dance. Ghost is going to end up popping. Jackie finally doinks him back. They put him inside the Ravage. That's going to be enough for him to not just kill the slot, but definitively win this game. RNG started it, we finish it. They feel so good about being able to kill slot while he's trying to get to BKB.
You see this first, second pounce that came in there from Ghost. Em was trying to force up himself away far enough so the second pounce didn't lash onto him. Sometimes in those scenarios you want to just kind of wait until you get leash because you'll be able to wait for the stuff. But I understand the idea there for escaping completely out of control. Losing the silencer early on and not using the global silencer, still getting the kill onto the slide there. I'm pretty happy if you're Boom right now. Jackie's really getting towards that point where he's starting to hit his critical mass on the pudge. I talked about this like enjoying going in towards the pudge, but I think the reason why that
Mag-message atan.
kind of
Ay, sayang. Andyan si Bianco.
Kasalanan ba namin umuwi ka agad?
As of yet, Simon shows up to just clear up on wave. Still posturing around each other. He's going out for a look on the chairs inside of the room. Slips back onto Jackie. He has BKB, but really didn't want to use it. Now goes into the BKB during the static storm. Even just members challenge to prevent the black hole counterplay here. So he was able to run down and kill the Enigma. In the meantime, also in the fight, Simon is supposed to try and TP away from this one. Goes trying to flee as well. Not going to be allowed to do so just yet. X Nova throws the clips back. Just so these heroes get kept as far away from him as humanly possible. That is RNG using out on two. After yet again, they're the ones that initiated the fight. What Jackie did, they couldn't find the black hole before the DKB member.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an awkward interaction. You want to try and catch the pudge on top of the midnight pulse as well. And this is kind of circling back to what I was trying to say about the pudge. The reason behind the pudge is he can kind of outscale.
Pangakong magmula ngayon, tayong dalawa ang magkasama.
Like, not everyone is able to have these things and try and deal with him. They have to...
Pag nagka-clash ba, lagi yung dati pinitin yung ano, Bloodstone. Pag?
gold on the Reaper, and now that he has a Paladin sword, I don't know if you're gonna be able to kill Jackie. Like, it's got to a point now where RNG is just let
Paladin, ang sakit niyan.
and the Slack is gonna have to get 1 or 2 more items before you can actually do the fight for the team.
Ghost is right now a serious sufferer of one more item single. It happens. He's like slots, juices. He's like, man, I just had this one more item. He's really really bad. I mean, we talked about the daily damage from the puzzle. So that you contest with and deal with the daily damage from this restaurant. So you have BKB just fighting into the squad is an absolute no-go. Even after that,
Elis ako sa dollhouse. Ano ba kanta ng dollhouse?
Ano?
Ay, pangako. Pangako pala. Kanta ko pala. Pangakong magmula ngayon. Singer yun yung batang yun. Nakatama yung clip ng Ember ni Yowie. Sobrang galing. Kalaban niya si Collapse Atom. Hindi pa. Nag-post ba siya? Check ko nga. Gago na ako. Mag-iisa. Pangakong magmula ngayon. Tayong dalawa. Kasama.
no annoying na hero is this is so scary. How can you make it not positioning LPZ further forward?
Hinad siya sa pres... Tingnan ko nga.
Scout out for the movements and
Sa page ni Yowie. Naka-live siya eh.
Chalice gets jumped on. Oh no, that's the worst target. No Enigma means no back home, which means also absolutely no defense. Aren't they gonna come back to defense?
I think you have to let these go. You're not gonna get make crazy.
Saan dito?
What is your response supposed to be for RNG? I don't think they have a response. One, they can't deal with Jackie, and I don't think you're gonna be able to kill your page twice. He has B, he has DPS, and he has Bloodstone. So it's now gotten to the point where RNG they go, okay, we're just gonna let those first barrels go.
Kailan? Ba't di ko makita?
We're just gonna let B, and then we're gonna try and get a few more of these.
Matagal na, dyan.
Chalice, you need to be Slack needs to be Solnus needs to be The Millie's got two. But
Hindi ko makita. Wala na. Anong caption?
as soon as the fight gets anywhere near the elite, he's dead. And he will just instantly die as well. So RNG is really deal with the fight. But that's going to have a good way of getting them out. Maybe some other consistency in the game. Out team fighting,
Hindi ko makita.
they understand they can't need to black hole punch by himself. He didn't get the BKB, so they don't get rabbits. He didn't get the BKB, so they don't get randomly global silence. I think RNG is going to try and fight their way out. They have to get the black hole with the punch, and then they also have to make sure this global silence is as well. A lot of things have to go right here for RNG. They are definitely feeling a little bit behind and recently purchased overpass software. This is 91% they're feeling good. They're definitely in the driver's seat for
Di ba daming heartbeat?
The start of the day when they come back from a 96% margin. So a lot can still happen. There's still some hope here as well. Disrupting has access to
Angels
burn.
You're my angel's burger.
We're about to find out if they know about this.
Check.
Oh no! Chalice caught first, and the ravage from FBC is onto both supports. X-Nova won't be able to escape. Haka's going to try. He at the very least is allowed to live, but Jopaj denies X-Nova that privilege. Two heroes are falling here after a massive jump. Somas, hold out with the Euro Scepter. Okay, no, they're trying to hold on onto FBC and Sims. Prevent them from being able to connect.
Ano yun ni Collapse?
He just has now expired.
Wait, collapse! We're playing with collapse, guys, with collapse.
quite good here. There's no violence on the side of RNG, but at the very least, they've been able to delay the upcoming push. Are they going to take this fight, or do they give up yet another lane of rats on the respawn?
It's so hard. It's like, at some point, yes, you keep giving up ground, but eventually you're going to lose all that ground, right? Like, they have ideas, they have good items to be able to get it. If they're able to pick off Team Play off the top, that's going to be a nice little start for them. So, RNG, I'll take one for money from
Sino si Collapse dito? Ano? Sino si Collapse? Oo, nakita ko nga eh. Pero hindi ko masyadong pinansin. Ano ba siya? Itong si Dawnbreaker?
Ready go, man? Come, let's take the stock test.
Exactly. I don't know. That he's going to do with it, but it looks like they're actually going to start up the fight themselves. I don't really go for the approach. RNG is kind of going to lose the toss back play that he saw earlier. I think he is. I'm going for it. He's going for it. Here we go. Outplayed, baby. Jackie was coming. Prepared for it. He's now blocking the positioning. He knows where RNG is standing. He gets up two more in the meantime as well. It's not looking good for RNG in the situation. They have to try and back as quickly as possible. Softness, oh no, gets hooked. There's going to be the BKB though coming in from him. Does manage to run away. Jackie didn't commit his own BKB. Softness could not take the risk of not doing the same.
ADP.
That is now BKB down.
Kakampi niya, si Collapse, kala ko naman kalaban.
You can't just reassert control over the dire jumper and make sure that air approach to Roshan is much easier.
We've got 30 seconds. Missing the try to get one of these team fights on the cover.
Kala ko kalaban niya.
Such a mechanical
Kampi pala.
kind of team fight. They need to isolate them home and then be able to dump this spell into it. And if you have to do such a quick time that we might be able to react to well, as at the end of the day, teams can always say it's a
Daya rin kasi ng ano, puta.
is there, but at least they have ways to get it. They don't have a clear path, but the path is
ADP si Collapse. Kala ko kalaban. Pero grabe naman, binabash pa rin siya.
A lot of match community, double achievers in the midst of this fight, double dismember as well. We've seen how influential that spell can be. And now here comes the first big clash in quite a while. Gets scouted, Ghost gets hacked! Gets to the BKB though, because they did have the dog tag going. Has to go to the very early shadow dance. They haven't been able to find the black hole or the status hole. There goes black hole, unlock lost. Black hole does get cancelled, thanks for the global silence. So now Chalice, his life will be forfeit. Ran down by Jackie. The first penalty of this fight, but now Softness trying to go back in. There's the static storm though. Onto 2 from X-Nova. They have enough to kill Jackie. And now they're leading onto FBC as well. He does find the Ravage at the end of the day. But it's not going to be enough to save him. Yopaj on the other side of things though. Able to solo kill onto Softness. But I'm not sure if he'll be allowed to escape this fight. Tilt, fought back, coming in on the outpost. Sleeping in here just to ensure that Yopaj is not isolated in the low. But he might still be in a rough spot. Yopaj needs help. Yopaj needs a miracle. But miracles are in short supply. As Sims gets glimpsed back into his death, which is a dieback as well. It cost the lives of Chalice, the life of Somnus, but nonetheless they win the fight at long loss to Fluke, and they force a dieback. Guess what they've done as well? They've opened up the monster big man as a double damage in these forms.
Oh, you take that every day of the week. If you're RNG right now, you get them some 3.8k gold. Looking back at the replay here, they just put a bait into that middle corner. They were just not completely focused about that ag static score. FBC was getting a rate being able to get himself away from the slide. He had that with wave explosions able to directly get a ball.
I think the fact that at the start of this fight, the dark pack came out from Ghost, got rid of the hex.
Pinanood ko pa yung hello. Hello, Clark. Last game na ba yan ang boom ngayon?
Now it starts getting very
Ata.
scary
For sure.
RNG, they've tasted a team like this. They've tasted exactly how this goes. And we've seen slot games like this where everybody's played against the slot. Where there's absolutely dumpsters here for the entirety of the game. He wins one team fight, he gets a whole boatload of these extra 6 stacks, comes back with
Net nets in exception.
the game feels over. So,
Tingnan natin.
they're still a little bit behind. Definitely a little bit behind. They've eked this back from about, 96? It was 94% at the highest point for Winter Unit. Now they've eked it back to 70. So they're definitely at a point here where RNG are starting to wrangle this game back, and they have the late game slot. So this is where this game really starts to feel good, and maybe they have kind of put themselves behind the 8 ball by not being able to finish the game justice.
Good to have that bit of Rex to be happy about since it source of constant pressure on the bottom side of the map. An additional worry for RNG, so they keep having to address it. Life would be much worse right now. As a ladies' life is moving. Likely to worse, get stronger. So maybe a spirit.
Lakas ata. Yes! Ito. Hello, Bon Irvin. Hello. Ito, nandun ako ng EG. Ang lakas ng EG ngayon, no? Lamang sila sa OG. Ha? Panalo na ba? Replay na ba yan?
Ano yung parang highlight?
Highlights na pala. Panalo na pala sila.
Not too happy about this.
May tournament ba sa Joby ngayon?
Oo. Pag-take natin sila. Mabit
Definitely
kita
feels
Oo nga. Go na.
have that
Grabe, lakas ng EG ngayon. Sana magtuloy-tuloy hanggang groups, hanggang finals.
also dealing a unload of damage to Rose, who's feeling pretty strong in this high ground as well. He's got the witch bait, so he's able to deal with any of these threats.
Kung nabawian na sila, naka-comeback na, 6k na, 5k na lang.
It's on.
Right back into Jackie.
Hindi rin makapag-global si Chalice eh. Ay, makapag-global, black hole.
He's out of red and thinking about making a big jump. Rose still has access to the Shadow Jam as well as an Aegis. So very, very far from being a threat.
Yes, 6-0-6-0 sila ngayon.
To bail out Raka there. I'm very surprised by this one.
Sige, Francis.
At the very least, might come
Kaso, dalawang game pa to eh.
lightly, but after that last fight, given that they haven't Aegis on
Tapos
the
ko na naman yung mga
overcommit for a lonely time. If that was like slot
Turbo lang.
classic, but just for Kanka, you are prepared to let it go. That does mean that RNG are also prepared to take more farm on the map. The network is down.
Hoy, wag naman, Jason. Grabe ka naman. Mala.
Absolutely. So, with esports, they're also about to lose their tier 2 tower in this mid lane. They can deny it now or have it die on the next incoming. I don't want to leave, but either way, it is forfeit. This game is going to look better for RNG. Will they get caught here though? Esports have some awareness of this. 2 hero avalanche into the static storm. FBZ though, he didn't get caught by the kinetic field. He's allowed to escape here. Somnus, no BKB at the ready. We see all of these heroes trying to escape. Flips back onto Yopan. He's not allowed to go home. And they know now that he has no allies. Kaka fighting with the avalanche toss. Here comes Chalice. Had the BKB active. They only want your Paj. They only have eyes on the left track and they will find him. The Rainbow Pony is dead, and RNG have taken down 2. And now there is no network lead officially. Luke, what's the number now? What is Dota Plus saying?
Dota Plus is starting to lean pretty heavily towards RNG. This is starting to get...
Wala ka sniper bubat. Ano ba, RG? Pangbalagbagan kasi pick nila lagi, lalo sa game. Oo, pang maanuhan. MVP secret to. Hihingi ako pagpunta namin doon. Ewan ko kung tangin ito ni Abed kung totoo. Gagi. 1k na lang lamang nila.
But at this point right now, RNG, they're
Mel,
Second such a disadvantage as well, so they need to make sure they don't overstep their bounds. They don't have the static storm in their back pocket.
Meron!
Yeah, utilize here, but with
Sa pinsan ko, go lang. Sige.
RNG, if they overstep just a little bit too far.
Ilan ba kayo, Francis?
They don't get the tier 3 tower, they're just going to fall back, they don't want to overplay their hand. And then RNG is just going to sit back and farm.
Para Aegis.
They're still in a good spot.
Siya
I think
maglilink
Bunch can do a lot of work to a lot of these backline kind of heroes, but I just don't know who's going to deal with the Slark at this point. Yopaj is built for a little bit more of this lockdown, he's got a lot of damage with the Kara and Sanj, but Ghost is happy to just kind of play around these
Para
guys.
sa Lincoln.
More than happy to just duck and dive, go back in. Now he's got the Lincoln Sphere, so he doesn't ever have to worry about being bitten or even being hexed.
Para sa kagat.
So Ghost is definitely in a good spot here to be able to work up. He doesn't have any like crazy amount of damage just yet, so I think that's one shining light here for Boom is that Ghost hasn't got like a Scardy or an
Nahirapan nga sila.
Shard. He's got purely defensive kind of items, and he's going to really have to be worried about his system. So.
Again. Still not yet having conceded the lane of Rags, they still have that.
So, yung
going middle. We're gonna try and force a fight onto Jackie. Will he be able to take this? It's only a 6-second BKB. He does have a refresher if he wants to go for it though. In the meantime, they jump the silencer. Does have buyback, but now there's no logo. Static Storm catching FBZ as well as Jackie. They brought down Jackie. FBZ attempting to run. He's gonna dodge the 1 pounce. Another one is coming soon. He's been stalled out with the Avalanche. They have so many spells to manipulate your movements. There's gonna be the pounce eventually. Ghost finds the double kill. More north towards the fight. We have Tibbs delaying the inevitable by going into the snowball. Kaka is there. Oh, Tibbs actually manages to blink away. Will he actually survive this? Doesn't have TP at the ready. His mech is already off cooldown. On cooldown, rather. They give the kill towards Kaka. They want a Ghost to get the triple, but they don't really care about that. They more care about the perma-agi. And they found it. Ghost and the gang will be able to find another massive fight here. This is a big, big problem, Fluke, because that was without them having to commit anything but Static Storm. That's the only big spell expended. Black Hole is still at the ready somehow. And because they didn't have to commit all that hard, they can take this lane of racks and probably get out without having to suffer.
Once again, early lang malakas ang boom.
Yeah, this is,
Wala, hirap nila. Hindi na siya maano, hindi rin nila makontra yung black hole.
Back around the
Hindi nga nagba-black hole halos. Grabe no. Kahit anong hirap yung ginawa yun gago huli. Paano siya? Nag-dagger siya be.
With him at the same time with the Ravage, but not going to be able to do so. Instead, Yopaj dies without buyback.
Yopaj! Yopaj!
Not feeling super confident though. They don't know themselves that this Leshrac lacks buyback. So, with FBZ alive, the threat of the Ravage being available, will decide to retreat. And somebody has to go home. Remember that they got Rats down bottom, so these Super Creeps actually took the tier 4 tower in this mid lane as well.
We're okay if we are achieving that one though. You know, tier 4 towers, who needs them? We don't need them if we're inside the enemy base. It is a little bit of a win con though for Boom, so it is actually getting towards that point where it can start to be a little bit important. Yopaj got completely blown up. You know, I'm really starting to feel for Charles's R button right now because I think he's pressed it a grand total of once this entire game. So if he gets given the refresher shard here, I'm actually just going to give it to myself. A refresher for his second and third uses of the black hole in the entirety of the game. And Charles has been doing a good job at kind of playing the peripheries. I don't think he really has to black hole all too much. The one black hole that he has gotten off, I believe it got cancelled by the Global Science. And it's like this game of chicken, right? We've seen this throughout the entirety of Enigma's stint in Dota 2. It's all about the chicken, right? Like you want to make sure that you're hitting a good black hole, but you've also got to make sure that the ability that is going to counteract your black hole has also already been used. So looking at a point now where Chalice is just sitting around in these team fights and going, I can't really get a good black hole off, but the threat of black hole is still always there, it's still always real. I like that they've given it to X Nova, so the refresher shard is going to have double static storm. We've seen what X Nova's been able to do with these static storms so far. So I'd be pretty sad if it weren't seeing it in his hands.
Real talk, right? Double black hole would be cool, black holes are nice, but X Nova shows that you don't even need black holes when you have static storms in the way that he's been throwing them out. It's been like they lose this game 100% without his static storms.
Yeah.
The Aghanim Center. So he has been a monster. Certainly deserves the refresher. And Chalice, like you mentioned, you can just sit back and have that threat of the black hole. RNG.
Same ng hit. Napasoprano tuloy yung cast. Yamach! Yamach! Same ng hero choice bumat T1. Walang pang lockdown. Hindi, actually, Ren, kaya naman nila ng early. Sobrang napahirapan nila yung Slark. Hindi maganda early. Kaso nga lang, napagod na si Jackie. Maglipat-lipat. Kaya nag-stay na siya sa baba. Basag na, lamang pa naman sila yun. Nabasagan nila yung baba. Kaso nga lang, ito. Nakaka-comeback na. Pero parang wala pa nga tayo nakikita ang black hole eh.
It's a whole lot of gold that he's invested into really not much. I can't really see anything else that would have been all too good for him. Maybe an overwhelming blink for them to try and end some of these games earlier on. Maybe just out. Wouldn't have been too bad early on here for Jackie, but I think it's kind of gotten to the point now where Pudge and Leshrak are just kind of at that point where their heroes. I don't think any items are really going to save them. Maybe missing something like a heart, or maybe even just like an E-blade can come in from the Leshrak, or maybe in something along the lines of like an Aghanim Scepter with an nihilism. Do a lot of work, but you just see how high it is.
Basagan na.
Right? He's got mages.
Partida walang beige pen na. Nga, hindi pa nga na, parang hindi pa talaga nakakita ng black hole. Hindi rin makakasa yung beige dahil sa global, kaya lang ang problema, Emirates Lark. Oo, yun. Malakas na rin talaga. Wala pa akong nakikita ng black hole eh. Sana mga Edoline lang yung pinababasag.
Both of them for Yopaj as well as Jackie.
Sinabi niya, Ward.
If your BKB finishes and you're Yopaj, you're gonna get silenced and killed. It's gonna be great. Ghost though, it will be the combination, split Earth into Hook. But as per usual, Ghost somehow managing to get off one of his defensive spells. This time around though, he committed the full Shadow Dance instead of just popping the Dark Packs. So that will bounce back RNG for the overwhelmingly long duration of 20 seconds. Dude, this Shadow Dance spell, honestly, this needs a rework. Needs a long
got it.
They make the jump now onto Ghost. They have a jump, but the Static Storm is
Wala,
there.
naka-Aghanims yung ano eh.
Yeah, nobody's gonna survive this one. Yopaj is gone. Jackie wasn't able to get on the
Buhay pa yung
secondary
Slark.
BKB. Nobody's dead just yet on the side of RNG though. Kaka, they blink onto
Ayun, black hole.
Janice finally gets a black hole.
Wala ka. Huwag ka pumasok dito.
He come in for another one. He bought the full ore. Global side.
May black hole pa.
Jumping onto you.
Naririnig ko sila dyan, Carl.
Able to get back right now. Nice little hook onto Kaka, dragging him into the base. However, Softness is going to come back to join him. There's the second black hole. The Wind Waker will
Sino
try
black
to
hole
save
niya,
the
be?
part, but not going to be able to do so for much
Lalo mo-
longer. Softness trying
lalo mo
to
na
get
black
himself
hole.
back in. Somehow, Jackie is still alive. He will
Ay,
eventually be
God, walang
brought down
bahay
by
pa.
X-Nova, who throws in the Thunder Strike onto
Sino
the
black
space.
hole nun?
That is one big punch, dead and down to rights. Your Pog, how many options do you have, my friend? He's taking this damage from the slot. He's being controlled by Kaka. He pops the Bloodstone though to try and hopefully stay alive. It enables
Oh,
him to
may
at least
kasi
kill
yung
the slot.
VG.
But thanks to the clips back as soon as the BKB is over.
Rampage.
The is taken out. And they give Somnus the
Ah!
wait.
Hindi lang may rampage.
Goes.
Sayang.
I'm done. Alright.
Kaya nga eh.
Now on Fluke, I'm done. I was gonna be hyping up RNG and say shout out to
Rampage.
them for winning such a
Nahampas
powerful
pa ni
game.
ano.
What a great comeback. But Ghost,
Nahampas pa ng
I know you
Slack.
don't carry the game, fam, but you're not gonna give Somnus a TI-11 Rampage? Down with RNG, man.
Sayang.
RNG, man, what a good.
Mahirap kaya mag-rampage siya, no, sa
They
TI.
drafted was really good. They just had perfect answers for everything.
Meron ba ibang laban?
Not with this answer, as well as the Tusker, and they went directly into the orders this time. Had a perfect response with the Disruptor, as well as the
Sonic,
great
LGD.
up against the Tusk, and then boom. They had their good own kind of responses, but this is the fight here. This is where.
Puntahan tayo sa Sonic and LGD. Ay, gago, mali. Ito lang kakas. Namang LGD. Ay, sana all Jin Ramen. Sige, dyan.
I mean, Quick could have got in and got the damage off onto the underscore, but not jumped by the centaur, who started him up, so he couldn't come in and do the damage that he needed to himself, so he gets a little bit. Quite a catch for themselves. That's right, I think the old mix it up.
I saw Quinn TPing back to his tier 1. Take a fight. Bottom lane shoving, mid lane shoving, so much information for PSGLD all the time. So still trying to mount some kind of offensive up top here. It's just Ame running it though.
Jesus, they'll manage to get off the spike characters as well. Full stuff is on to Leshrak. He's trying to do what he can on MSS and Sparta, but it's not going to be enough. Quick still to fall. MSS going to
Thank you, Francis.
Looking for more. Fire in the tree line. It's not going to be getting out of this one. Too much damage coming out from Ame at the moment. As they take down 3 heroes. Just so quick here. So clinical from PSG LTD.
They've just got so much farm. They've got such a huge net worth lead. The way that Dota is these days, everybody scales with net worth. You know, even Faith Beyond here just looking absolutely Chadley with his centaur, picking up the Shivas. He's enormous.
Yeah, now just a casual stroll on the high ground. This seems so effortless from the side of PSG LTD. Like, I don't know, man. This was. I don't even know if they can call it an output. They just played the map so much better than Sonic. So much better.
Yeah, they really just farmed them around in circles. Nothing to say, constantly running down lanes, getting past. Didn't have anything to deal with him, even though this was his first pick ever. I think Sonic's, like we said, the plan was very much like, look, we don't care about him so much because as much as we can catch him, maybe we think he can't necessarily kill us, or we're just going to have this kind of death ball going. With the BOTs on the Centaur and the chain creep shoving lanes, they just have not been able to get out. Even with Quinn buying some BOTs to try and fight back and some push down, but he can't play as freely as the Olympian. Always that in the back of your mind. Okay, I'm shoving on this lane, but there's Nick's on the other team, so they can always be successful. You can kind of see that he can't go past the elbow on the lane. You can shove it out to there, but then you just go back and join the safety of his team.
This is why you get yourself that cheap disposable lockdown that you're going to throw in and kind of not mind too much so that you get caught out. Freeze up the draft so much. See exactly what look at you hit. He's like, oh yeah. Doesn't actually just going to deny him, but yeah, so much better than anyone else. Actually, they're still trying to follow up on this fake jump. Maybe has to be a little bit careful. What the stampede though? They just want to commit to this fight. Huge commitment from LGD as they jump in with nothing to say and then jump inside again. No chance of them actually opening. Just want to get those BKBs. Want to squeeze Sonic from them.
It's insane that there's a position like this. There's just really nothing to punish them. The only thing that can start for Sonics is Blink Pulverize. And there's a Lincoln. So Ame's always going to be able to get the pike off. He's always going to be able to position backwards.
Hintayin na lang natin mga B, tapos mag-ulit tayo ng boom.
As not much gets seen, but they're actually going to try and commit on the fake down, but the oversealed totem bounces him away, turns around the stun, let's not force him with the BKB early at this point, but it's just this tender spirit of the fight bouncing around, doing so much work out onto Leslau. They will bring him down with ease. And look at this from nothing to say, just jumping in so very deep, as Sparta gets left behind. If you're slow, you're dead. That's it. Buyback comes out from the Prime Leagues and each keep Quinn alive some way, somehow. He's so low and he will fall. So you catch him with the mana burners. They will punch up into this one. Leslau gets a little bit of revenge, but he himself will get cut down. Sonics, what can you do?
Let's go fight.
That's it.
Dang.
That's it.
What happened to your face?
Goodness gracious, what a day one. I mean, it was looking so bad for LGD, and then they just kind of shrugged it off. They just didn't really care.
Yeah, it's like, okay, guys, hit the creeps.
Hello, Christopher!
We're gonna shove waves and chains.
So, wala. Tingnan natin yung...
So I was just gonna fly. Okay, yeah,
That's a good one. Wait, stop. You see that?
Wala pa mga B.
Yeah, I see it. Looks like we have ourselves a little scared Raju player hiding in the corner as usual. Yeah, let's go have some fun. Hey, Shield Boy, how's the weather been in the corner lately? It looks like this guy just wet his own pants. No, I didn't. Shut up, Shield Boy. You look scared, Shield Boy. Maybe we should put you out of your misery. Yeah, we should. Would you like to do the honors or shall I? Hey, you got the last one. Let me get this guy. Fair enough. He's all yours. Stay back. I'm gonna have a lot of fun coming into you, Shield Boy. I'm warning you. Warning me. The only thing you can do with that shield is hide and watch. All I have to do is throw a C4 behind you and it's all over. Alright, say goodbye. Just leave me alone. What the? You're human? Where'd you get the knife from? I told you guys to leave me alone. What the? You threw a knife at me. What the heck? Wow, can't believe that worked again. Oh, and yeah, take that, you boomer. Tell him, girl. Guess who just made the best dinner ever? Oh my god, no way. What did you make, Karen? The most delicious fish tacos with homemade salsa. Wow, that sounds to die for. You've got to give me the recipe. But hey, watch you
Ay?
take so long. Cause my
Bakit ganito?
so annoying. What did he do now?
Nasa Discord tong si ano.
Okay, who's ready to have a baby? That would be me. Please, get this thing out of me. We actually have a new system that will relieve your pain while in labor.
Ano ko nga yung
Pain to the father if you're up for that.
Orsa. Bakit to kasi si ano nag...
Yeah,
Ano?
Okay, we'll start off with 20% going to the father then. Okay, that's a little better. Wow, I'm not feeling anything. Turn it up to 40 now. Okay, 140. I like this. I'm feeling anything. Excuse me.
Prepare yourselves for the main
Dude, I feel like I'm
event.
packing a kidney stone the size of a watermelon right now. Dude, you need to get that checked. Turn that to 60 down. Oh, it's getting worse. Dude, it's getting worse. Turn it to 100 down.
I forced my boyfriend to.
What would you like for Christmas, grandson?
I want Fortnite outfits.
Did you say Fortnite?
Yes, it's a super fun battle royale.
Ready, bro? I was born ready. 3, 2, 1. Sweet, I only need to make $10.
We will.
Ah, kasi may ano, may negative 2 seconds earth shock cooldown, kaya siya nag ano. Kaya siya nag-octa rin. So, 6 seconds. Okay. Kung ilan na lang to. 5 na lang oh.
Tracks of intruders.
Kaya pala siya nag-octa rin. Tangina, kasi hindi ito papatay. Walang damage oh. Ilang seconds din walang damage. Ang tagal din, kaya pala nag-octa rin siya.
The enemy is near.
Kaya pala.
I'll move. Fangs bared.
Ang damage eh. Hindi ganun ang putang. Putang ina mo, kaya pala ganun. Daya.
Interloper.
Game na agad. Ang bilis ah.
Just got baited into this awkward fight, and then the game kind of slipped out from there. Yeah, it felt like.
Natin pag-pickings na. Yes, JJ! Sana magtuloy-tuloy. Pangakong magmula ngayon. Teka, silipin ko. Di ko alam kung saan ako magugulat, kung sa AG o sa LGD. Sa AG ka magulat, Tintin. Siyempre, diba? Nakakaloka yung gulat natin doon. 6-0 for today's video. Ay, pwede pang bumili? Ay. Isang beses ka lang pwedeng bumili. Okay. Isang beses lang pala. Kala ko pwede pang bumili. Hindi ka na mag-iisa. Pangakong magmula ngayon tayong dalawa ang magkasama. EG ilalagay natin dito.
Ella, am I pretty?
What? Eli? What?
Am I pretty, Ella? Bye-bye!
EG. May isa akong EG. Oh. Si Abed pa yung nakuha ko. Kaso ang coma. Kailangan gold din. Kaya lang nalulungkot ako sa C-teams, yung group. Sa group B, parehas pangalawa sa huli yung boom. Di pa naman, matagal pa naman yan mga B. Kaya ano lang tayo. Uy, nanalo ko Cory. Sa game.
Ganun ba yun natin? Extension?
Oo, nandito sa ano. Pangakong magmula ngayon.
The three of us, me, my husband, and my son. Okay. Remember, those that are 15 years old and under get to eat for free. Oh, well, my son is 15. What? No, our son is 15, right, Simon? I'm 20 years old. Simon, let's have a talk outside, okay? Okay, fine. Hey, few moments later. I don't understand why you want to lie to these people. I mean, we could have paid for the restaurant by now if we just didn't lie about our age like that. So much. Listen, when we go back inside, you are going to say that you're 15 now. I don't even look 15. Yes, you do. Honey, doesn't you look 15? Honestly, I'm still stuck in the fact that you keep a chocolate in your purse. If you don't, you're grounded for 6 weeks, Simon. How old did you say you were? I'm 15 years old. Hello, man. You said you don't belong here, kid. Time to die. Right, dinner's ready. Oh, looks like dinner's ready. Guess I should pause the game and go eat. What is he doing? That's it. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm stuck. I can't move. What is this sorcery? I think you paused the game. Alright, I'm back. Time to press the unpause button and start playing again. I couldn't breathe. That whole time, we're frozen for nearly 30 minutes. Why must you torture us like this? Oh, wait, I need to go to the bathroom right now. No, please, don't look at your phone. Damn it, not again.
Leon, tiin. Come.
Hindi ka na mag-iisa. Tig 2 series lang naman yung 2 normal talaga. Oo, wala pa, hindi pa ganun ka, mga B, kaya hindi pa natin, yan, masasabi. Mahaba pa ang mga laban. Kasi yung, EG3 games. So, ito, second game pa lang nila. Last game ata to Book, tingnan natin yung schedule lang.
Hindi kita lala. Kain pa ka.
Pag ako talaga hindi binigyan ni Abel pag nagkita kami sa Singapore. Ng jersey. 26. 26 kami mga B. 26 kami aalis. At pinakain mo naman, kaya mo na nga, sa sunod na lang. Bigyan mo rin siya minsan ng Shiba. May Shiba dyan Tapos punasan mo nga yung katawan niya. Ang dumi Basa lang.
These free pushes that can come in from YouTube, yeah, I like both of these openings, both these two teams. If they're getting their 4s and 5s here, it's not really what we see from let's say you get your first pick, you get that carry as the 8th pick, and then you're able to cover.
Kamukha talaga si Biko. Biko Soto.
Today,
he's really on guard today. 1-4. Like he went into that abandoned house.
It's great peculiar enough that one team does it these days. Extremely rare for both squads to go in that direction. So kind of intriguing for me. Not exactly sure to make of this, but I suppose RNG are better off in this kind of circumstance because that they have a lot of work in the cross, and there'll be less opportunity for BB sports to have fewer flexible deals, deeper review. But once this happens, we see them batting on the background to make sure they don't have that instant clear that you were mentioning, the Chen Army, need that available, and just back driver. Stupid hero. I would hate to be jumped on with like a flush shield goal. It's like, oh great! This is fun and very exciting. I can't move away, I can't turn, and just burn inside the ice. It shouldn't make sense. Maybe flush shield should stop the fire time or whatever.
That's the next iteration. I remember when Mesa had a Super Brew that was technically, I think, part of his kit was the fire damage, where he was able to air pump things like Firefly.
That's right. I always keep a weapon. I feel safer already. It certainly seems dangerous around here.
Interactions we'll see throughout the entire
TNT right here to break the iron bars.
I like this third leg there, by the way.
Dito pa nga ako.
There are freaky creatures down here.
A naval Jackie.
Let's go there.
Face.
Ano ba ito? Ba't madumi ka? Bakit kami doon? Hindi kita ano. Nasaan lang yung dumi? Ito talaga ha? Punawasan mo yung dumi. Anak.
I certainly understand why you want to dodge that right now. Not have a big thing to do with. Same time, now RNG, I think they actually probably wanted more of it. The way that they brought to the game right now, so they have to sort of adapt.
Parang kulay ata siya, no?
Hindi, ano yan. Basain mo lang. Sa ilalim yun eh. Huwag tissue yung bean. Eto, basain mo. Asan yung basahan na blue dito?
dito sa
Hindi, kinuha mo yan doon, yung nakalagay doon sa higaan ni ano. Aster nga laging nasa top ng groupings eh, kahit anong event, pero pag main stage na nakutin, wag naman sana, kasi di ba yung EG, matagal na rin pinapangarap ang ano ulit. Hindi pa nakakapag-champion si Abel.
Walas lang.
Pating sa tenga niya, meron sa tenga yan.
I'm surprised his dogs haven't been
Hindi ka na.
happened in the last game with Somnus being able to play the Emperor Spirit up against the less drag.
Game na daw, sino isa natin?
They're in a really good spot to be able to set up for these pushes, right? They've got the Chen in the front line, Assassin can go around the back, they've got the catch up.
Si Lime.
In combination, and then all it takes is Jack to be able to
Oo, may kalaban kaming pustahan pala.
I was going to say before, I would love to have seen Undead, but feels pretty bad on Chalice.
Y'all at home might have honestly went into a off-air conversation I was having with the way well, literally complaining about it, trash about it, it sucks because it is the baddest team compared to the underdog track. Loves it. Even Tiny doesn't really have the best of times. I can make the scouting who has computer vision. How do you know that the person you're tossing into is direction is trap? The other way is we have several videos that kind of show you that they floating levitating chair. But I think it's slow. I think this is just to fast game. No matter which direction this goes, it's going to be a fast one. This goes all the way it's handled with left track. Like, put the flush shield not on the left track as opposed to the low field spirit there. It's the one that tanks up all the shots. It's at the forefront of the tower. How do people deal with this? If they're all board on the side of us, it starts to come in around this like 25 and on, beating on your towers and demanding it.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard part, right? Because Marvin usually wants to jump in, she wants to try and jump in, pop big and be that engaged. Like, we don't really have a good target, going in towards the low because you want to set up bear, but you also want to be able to put some actual water. So it's kind of awkward for the Mars to be able to engage in here. That's why I like that we can get rid of the Mars. I want to see now that they have to try and transition to one of these heroes that they actually get this time and clear these waves out. They need to make sure that they don't get caught out into a position where RNG just has the same kind of clear out a lot of these waves. It also has a relatively good matchup against the wave blue. And ban out the ground wave here as well. Matches. It's like usually that yellow game. The other hero objective mid to play. Out of Melbourne, Australia. We played a TA game 1 and we played a Neuroblade game 2. This is called the three-legged barstool and it's originally designed by a guy named Josh Carmody out of Melbourne, Australia. Looks like a leg right here. It's all out of Melbourne, Australia. Looks like a three-legged barstool.
Oh, wow, kami sa mga hello, Fedabalos.
You could be like, well, not that big. The way the game is being played right now, I feel like TA, not the full chill for Jackie. How about Jun? But Jun also sometimes struggles with close to it. Just like he got it there during split. SF's already been banned, there's no opening.
So other heroes that I've really been seeing floating around has been but you know also has
Next to it.
most of the time. Maybe it has to be stuff.
Hindi ka na mag-iisa. Pangakong magmula ngayon tayong dalawa.
There it is, yeah. I was going to say, surely just keep sniping here because there's no real way
Magkasama.
gives you that nice little wave clear. You've got the shrapnel has been something that we've seen throughout the majority of the sniper. Be able to deal with the
don't really have to worry about the lift trap solo killing the carry either.
Sniper.
What we saw in a few series earlier today. So I like this sniper. They still need to make sure that they can at least kill for him. Because they've got a lot of heroes that can go for.
Naku po.
Okay, like it.
Wow!
Pag nag-aganings, yung bear.
Like no druid and left right here coming inside of Mario. So we'll just push on. Like you mentioned, they can't really reach for a sniper for Jackie as long as his position.
Ang ganda ng pick ng ano.
It's extremely difficult to reliably find a sniper. He has other heroes in front of him like bhi3 as well. He's going to check all the field.
Naku po.
To make sure no one's coming in. Do you like being this pushes dropped enough that you think they can withstand this overwhelming push that RNG are having to do?
It feels like a lot of it is just is on Jackie on the sniper. I feel like they're going to have some issues trying to do the challenge going towards the back and also trying to do the range against someone at the same time. There's a lot more lockdown that they're going to pick up. If they're on the front foot and they're knocking on the doors, then I feel like they can do a decent amount of work for them to easily get to a couple of this assassin. There's going to be a lot of effort and a lot of pressure getting put on Jackie in this game. Sometimes when the sniper stands tall, he can stand tall, and what we've seen so far is latter stage of these sniper being so good now. I'm going to put this one on this time.
The history so far at TI11, both involving the group stages and the last chance qualifiers. The later in the draft the sniper emerges, the higher your odds of winning the game within. In this one, they have to deal with a really fast push coming in from RNG. Have to brawl a lot because they don't have that many high cooldowns. Let's see how it goes. Game 2 to Group Esports on the side of here in the TI11 group stages. One of the last games of the evening all across TI, like definitely the last game of the night here on Stream D. So let's get into it, see how this goes. This is Group A, right?
Yeah.
I'll be fine being biased in favor of RNG. Let's go!
Let's see what's RNG as you alluded to a little bit earlier on, usually sitting at the top, 6-0. With how bhi3 is going, but if RNG get the 2-0 here up against Group, then they are very close towards the top as well, getting that jump back. Rest too hard on the Royals here, so I really feel like they kind of have to play good. They try and play around the fact that snipers can be around that unless they are on the front foot. RNG though, man, their push is going to be fantastic. They come out with some good lanes, Somnus comes out on top a little bit here, Charles gets an early on the overlord, you get something pretty early on here for Ghost, you get his Desolator Master. Towers there,
Eto. Tawag ka lang sa kabila. Doon Jason doon.
Saan?
Kala
Kalamami? Ano daw Kalamami? Gusto mo ba doon? Punta ka doon?
Dito lang sinadip.
Nandun sila ate?
Be, yung ano mo, laro mo, be.
Ibang sa coffee shop. Yung magkapag lang.
Ay, laruan niya!
Yung pamilya mo lang. Obo na yun.
Bigay mo sa kanya. Layo, yung ano mo, gift sa'yo. Iwan.
Yung gift sa'yo na lang.
Patapos na daw sila Joby, binabasag. Ano to? 1 game lang ba to?
It's a mid-lane matchup. We just saw this happening between the two. Johan did end up coming slightly ahead of that one in terms of demise, even though they were equal on CS and therefore he had more net worth. But I imagine that these two will probably have similar results. I don't expect them to really be able to pressure each other heavily unless they get some assistance from one of these two supports. So, Kakao, FBZ, well, actually FBZ is playing the Marcy here from the offlane. So they need either Tims to move from bottom. I don't think Scam can make any big movements on the chain that will reliably threaten Ember Spirit. So the bottom lane is where Saunders has to keep his gaze upon so that if somebody's missing, they can make the call and say, yo, get back, Tims is on the way.
Yeah, I don't think Tims is really going to ever be able to leave this bottom lane. It's going to be so hard for them to give this extra bit of space to Jackie because no matter what kind of level that he's at, as long as Chalice and Kaka are anywhere in this lane, they're going to be able to get the combination with Avalanche toss, and Jackie gets caught out and loses his life here on the side. It's going to be a bit of a rough one to be able to
Tapos
play
na.
through, so.
Tapos na sila, Joby.
First blood's coming to FBZ. Will it come? Yes, it will. X-Nova blast him down, utilizing this Frost Blast. That is not good news for FBZ. We saw earlier on when we were witnessing TSM versus Chandra that if this off-lane Marcy can get off to a good start, she can be a dominant force on the map. But dying early on in a lane that doesn't necessarily get easier as time goes on, this is not the makings or the foundation of what you would expect from a good start for the Marcy.
He has double bracelet now on FBZ, so he at least has that little extra time there.
Wow.
He's tried to be a sneaky little bugger and try and yoink the water route directly from Sophos'
Hindi ka na mag-iisa. Pangakong magmamayo.
A little bit cute, especially when it comes to the Ember Spirit. I want to see if he makes a rotation during the first power rune, whether or not they bring Tim's towards this mid lane to get the first power rune for the Ember Spirit and him make the rotation towards top, because getting kill on the Lone Druid will be big, but also relatively easy, right? They've got FBZ, the rebound will come through, they can just dispose it back, they've got the side of Pierce, they've got the flame gun, so...
Oh, bakit nasa baba sila?
Take that goes early on, if you're able to kick out this Lone Druid, they can send the Chen up here as well, they've got the side kick, Ember Spirit makes his way towards top, and then they just put a lot of pressure on this tier 1 tower and just force Ghost to play this kind of disengaged kind of game, because if RNG are able to group up with their heroes towards that 10-12 minute mark, and they've got a few items on their heroes as well, these towers will fall and they will fall fast.
There is a reason that they were able to grab the W early on today over the side of Team Liquid. It was utilizing a very heavy push drop as well. So looks like they want to try and have different dimensions to their game plan, be able to take games extremely quickly, but also if needed, slow the situation down with the deeper the line. Will they have yet another early game laning phase where it's very, very quiet? That might change a little bit because X-Nova did get disposed back into Skimberu and get cleaned up by the Chen.
Malas naman ni Japoy.
That always feels good. Revenge. A dish best served as cold as the Lich. So NPC happy about this.
Balik siya, si Japoy kanina yung Leshrac.
Yes, nice slow game where not too much will be expected to happen without like some degree of rotations. Obviously, we know that RNG are the team that want to come out of these lanes in a much more advantageous position. Middle. Somnus. Is she going to try and run down Yopaj? No way. Doesn't have a mana for this. Yopaj, I'm sure, is a little bit more scared than he would like to be. Already committed the mana. He's fearing in additional regen with the healing sound, but still doesn't feel good to be experiencing this much pressure from Somnus. And I was mentioning earlier that Somnus and Yopaj went somewhat even in game number 1. Somnus only being outstripped in denies. Yeah, he's outstripping in
Banalo kayo. Sila Hedro ba yung laro ngayon?
Hindi yata sila nakapag-register mo.
Sabi niya kapag-register sila.
Hindi daw. Hindi ko sila nakapag-register.
Sinechi yung pinaka-power yung ano?
Yung Atomic pa rin, pero nagsabi, nagpalit daw ng player.
Kill on Kaka bottom. This is exactly what you want.
Sino kayo?
Sniper, especially a last pick sniper.
Si Abad, ako. Si David John.
Sino isa? Dri? Sino yun? Pag nag-chabo kayo, paano yung kay Ewen? Join din siya.
A whole lot more shrapnel, amazing ability.
Kaya niyo yun? Sino bang Atomic? Sila Marbs.
May malakas din eh, yung sila ano.
Sila Aaron. Sila Aaron.
Laglag na sila.
Laglag na agad? Sino tumalo?
Ano yata sila eh, 4v5, wala yata silang isa.
Hello? Isang game lang siya?
Best of 1 lang kayo.
Hello Oliver, tas bukas.
Best of 2 yata, 3 yata.
Hello Tom.
He might decide to just go clean up the jungle, or maybe just get a free kill out of this Chen. Scam is close to X-Nova. No mana though for the Sinister Gaze. He finally does have enough of it. He's lost vision, but I think they'll still be able to find his chase. Get him through the trees, activate the Pulse Nova. Somnus just literally walks him down like Sweet Mate X. got myself a free kill here. And they're not done just yet here, Fluke, because look where Kaka is. He's sitting in behind the tier 1 tower. They're just waiting for the creep wave to get close enough to tank this up. And FBZ has gone in with the sidekick, but with no unleash, he is 100% dead here. Leshrac showed up for this one as well. And you were saying that they should group up like 10, 12 minutes. Somnus says that's going to take too long, buddy. We're coming top at 7. We're going to get this tier 1.
Yeah, I mean, getting the first power room. They walk their way towards the top side of the map. Somnus is pretty scary at that level 6, but he's getting himself a very kind of opportune route there onto FBC. Makes it over to get the kill on here on out, just looking towards Boom and seeing what their ideas are going to be in the next couple of minutes. They're pressuring this tier 1 tower towards the bottom side of the map. Jackie, they're able to spam it out with the shrapnels, and there's not really much that Chalice is able to do, right? Like, he's kind of can't really stand at this level, so you shrapnel, and it's going to do a lot of damage, and they're going to see if they can kill your Pudge in the middle lane. They just don't have any mana. So.
Got very, very lucky because Kaka was closing the gap and had Avalanche, but was still on cooldown. So he wasn't able to get up the toss, he couldn't get that close. So nicely done to be able to stay alive with the Pudge. The most important thing is that he keeps his tower very, very alive. Honestly, RNG, if they lost the tower bottom, I think they don't feel nearly as good about the move they made for the top lane, but Chalice being able to come back just in time to protect it, that things aren't so bad. Somnus though, things might start to look a little bit poor for him here. Kaka was going for the young Avalanche to prevent your Pudge grabbing the enemy's room. He will fail to do so, and as a result, Somnus realizes he's out of resources, just has to be bounced all the way back home. Your Pudge can still play around though. Do you think he's going to utilize this to try and make something happen on the map? He is level 7 at the moment, and he's also fearing in the full orb of corrosion. Is this an opportunity for him to try and maybe force a play on the map somewhere?
Yeah, it definitely feels like he's in these pushing out this mid lane as well.
Mel! Nandiyan pala. Kala ko wala.
Try and make a rotation somewhere else. You can see now he has this orbital corrosion. He's going to pop out the invis rune, but the Ocean Pudge is going to get caught out here by X Nova. At least know that he's alive, so yep, this invis rune really not going to do all too much.
Nova has level 1 Sinister Gaze. He didn't necessarily say to Somnus, I'm gazing him right now. They weren't able to combo together for the split with. Otherwise, it could have been a kill. They smoke up right now. They know for a fact that there's no vision here because they already have their own wards down. It's a great place to try and mount a smoke. So unless your smoke will break, they know somebody is nearby. It's Tims. But Tims, at the very least, will reveal that this is happening, buy space and time so that Jackie can escape. If Jackie dies here, inside the jungle at this stage of the game, it looks so poor for him. But he does not. He has to keep farming. Tim's getting his life vision cause. A noble one for his school.
Yeah. Exactly what Tim's doing. And you can see that he understood his kind of role, right? Like, if they'll push out a bottom from Chalice, he has this level 6 here on the Lycan throw, that if ever he hits that shapeshift, then that's when the sniper is just going to go down. He's going to leave that tower to Chalice. He has to get the T1 tower. We're just going to let Jackie farm this jungle camp. Tim understands that they're going to make a rotation towards him at some point. Like I said here, if I can break this week, if I can take a game, I'm really moving down this game. So they're going to put their attention towards the top side of the map.
Malas ni...
See if they can try and play
Ano sa ano, Ron?
You can see Yo Pudge is kind of...
Pudge!
So there's like a place that he kind of wants to be, but he can't really get away from this tier 1 tower because if they lose this mid tier 1, that is all their tier 1's gone here at 10 minutes into the game.
Fortunately, it might not be up to him here, Fluke, as they're jumping him. Avalanche does actually connect. The full combo is out. Oh, Pudge dodges this absolute G. So he would end up dying here in this mid lane. However, towers do not have access to Sleight of Fist, so cannot dodge the damage coming in from RNG. And they have indeed lost all of their tier 1 pre-11 minutes here. At the very least, claiming back the tier 1 tower top and are well on track to getting FBZ, the BKB, and the ready. But for the most part, this map feels very comfortable for the side of RNG. Chalice playing inside the jungle, getting very close towards having the full Vlads, and then you'll have an even bigger and stronger army.
Yeah, they're really starting to hit their time in this here as well. So Yo Pudge is seeing if he can try and reclaim some of this area of the map, but after losing all your tier 1 towers, like once you've lost all your tier 1 towers, you feel so vulnerable on the map, right? Like it is so far away for you to try and kill these creep camps. from any of these towers, from any of this same haven that you've got. That's why you distribution that's being put up.
Look ako. Hello, Delita. Take scary. Hindi ah.
Some of these safer places to farm because it's 11 minutes into the game and you don't really have a good place for you to farm. Like FPZ can't be pushing out these waves because you just want to go get the goes. You can't really farm.
Nasa sila mga first power.
Only 11 minutes in, nobody can really take ancients reliably. And a lot of this mid lane farm is kind of going to go Paj because he needs to be somewhere as well. And it just feels like this map is getting oh so
Gago,
to
sakit.
be a big kill on the Somber side.
Indeed, a very big kill onto Sommers. Jump him, FBZ, happy to throw out the unleash immediately. Tims will die behind the tower. Shout out to X Nova. He knew he was dead, but he still threw out the high five before he goes down. What a man. Still has two big
Nakuha ba na
kills.
to?
Other side though, they're not done just yet. Scam to scout out both Ghost and Kaka. But I don't think Ghost and Kaka actually want to fight this. The heroes being dead. Much rather just go back and keep farming. And this mid tower will get pushed in by the side of esports. At the same time, though, Chalice is at the ready, looking to put pressure on the tier 2 tower as well. Tier 1 mid still hasn't fallen. It takes them so much longer to make this push than what it takes RNG. And in that duration, look how low the tier 2 tower bottom fell here. That's just Chalice, nobody else. Just Chalice with the helm of the Dominator, and the tier 2 tower almost died in this one.
To be fair, I think he had
Ana is back na ba, boss? Wala naman si Ana, Lloyd. Hindi sila nakapasok, be.
His like rules with that plus bonus damage just means that they're able to do so much work here. They're trying to make a go cure on Ghost, but they don't have the unleash. I suppose it's in a good spot.
He's dead anyway. Shout out Jackie for showing up at the right time. Okay. That's going to cost the tier 2 down bottom. There's no way because RNG are already smoked up, ready to look at the a dust up onto this next assassin. Able to find the kill. Paj, does he have a defensive remnant? He does. It's very close by though. He could re-engage if desired. Nonetheless though, RNG, the thing they desired most in this world on the tier 2 tower, they will be able to find. And the thing is, yes, it sucks to lose Ghost. It's very, very painful, but at this stage of the game, Ghost is not actually worth that much. He's worth a lot in terms of potential. So he's not yet at a point where losing him actually affects the game states. I think RNG are okay with this.
Yeah, they're definitely okay with it because they haven't hit that go button just yet. They haven't been able to be like, hey, let's get this 5-minute ball going. Let's see what we can do. But FBZ is doing a beautiful job so far.
Chain Frost though bouncing in right onto him. Chalice looking for revenge. These creeps tanking up so much of the Chain Frost. He's not dead just yet, but the army will be able to finish him off. And Chalice now not only a tower killer, but a hero killer as well, as he picks up his first fatality in this game. 1-0-1. It's a huge deal because this Marcy, FBZ, was not that far away from having access to the DK. So, in previous games, how much more different the performances are from a Marcy when she has access to the early BKB versus when she doesn't. She almost had it like now. Now she has to wait a little bit longer.
It's always a little bit unfortunate when you get close to that first kind of item spike and really
May kalaban kaming pustahan.
FBZ getting close towards that BKB is always nice. Ghost though is starting to hit his trajectory as well. Getting close towards that Desolator. I imagine that's going to be the timing mark for them. Oh, how did they find Tibbs? X Nova being able to get the second sense. They did have a sentry there, so having that free play sentry just means that X Nova was able to find out Tibbs. They get the dust and they get the kill there onto the Nyx assassin. So they're in a good spot right now. RNG, they've almost got a lot of their items up online. They've got an Overlord now on Chalice. Kaka is going to get so close to a Splinter. I believe it's on the rear right now. Yeah, so he has his big deck on the Tiny. X Nova just wants to try and move towards that shard as early as possible. It goes almost on the Desolator. So RNG definitely in a good spot right now, especially once they hit this Bloodstone onto Somnus. Whereas on the other side of things here for Boom, we've got the Dragonlance, they've got the Maelstrom up onto the Sniper. Maelstrom almost completed here onto Yopaj and FBZ once it gets to the BKB. They're able to hit some of these timings. But still just waiting a few minutes for both these two teams here, Stan. So I imagine this might slow down a little bit. All out tower push. To get Roche as quickly as we possibly can for RNG. And it's all about Boom, how they respond to the pressure that's going to be happening on their side.
look at this. These are some interesting item timings for the side of RNG. They've just finished the first part of the Desolator. Well, they actually have the Desolator on Lone Druid. They have the Lone Druid Desolator. They have Bloodstone on the Somnus Leshrac. They have the full Helm of the Overlord. And they just have their Blink Dagger for Kaka, like you're mentioning. So I think they go now. Either they try Force a Roche, or we Force a Fight. Let's go. RNG. What's happening? Boom Esports though. Get Joe Paj.
Mel!
His assignment. He gets the job.
Papasok mo sa Discord. Si Lime.
Very quick kill. He does have buyback. He might be incentivized to use it.
Magkano pusta na ito?
Somnus already committed the Bloodstone on that one. But Joe Paj was trying to scout inside the Roshan pit. He understood that this is exactly around the time when a draw such as theirs would be trying to make this exact move. And he's not wrong. Unfortunately, he might just lack the capability to stop it with his squad. They are coming in, streaming into this side of things. FBZ has access to the BKB, but it's too late. They have lost access to the Roshan pit. They've lost the Roche, they've lost the Aegis. So now this I wish I was naive enough to be like, oh, it's going to be a farming Aegis. No. We're going to keep going with this one.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they've just hit this kind of scary time. As you said, Desolator being built up, they've got the Overlord, they've got everything they need for the Leshrac with the Bloodstone. It's really going to be limited days for these towers. Picking up Chalice here could be big for Boo.
See if they can get him. Chalice does get picked up by Scam as the rest of Boom Esports are able to clean him up. Okay, that is a substantial kill for them to be able to find there on this Lycan. It is a bit unfortunate that Scam is the one that gets the gold for that one, but you know, what can you do? As long as he's dead, that's the important thing right now. Regrettably, they won't be able to leverage this into something larger, but it is going to be time wasted off of this Aegis. But they're not done just yet, Look at this. They're jumping into the dire jungle. See your card. You could get Gaze here. He needs to be careful. Avalanche will be there. Where's the Sinister Gaze? They don't even need it. They just finish him off with raw damage. Kaka on a killing spree all of a sudden. That's how you get revenge for your dead Lycan. Bring down their Ember Spirit. Okay. They'll never give up. Just being very oppressive wherever they are on the map.
Yeah, it really feels like that RNG right now are just being nice
I got you, me, man.
Straightforward gameplay that they've got here. Get their full up going. They understand that they can burst any of these heroes down. Link Dagger, Skin.
Eh, wala pa yung ilalim niya, baliw.
They might be able to bring down Tiny though, so some revenge immediately runs into them as well. Somnus is in danger.
Day ups na ba, boss? Hindi pa, matagal pa to. Ay, play ups pa. Ay, group stage ata.
Bakit?
Ha? Magkano po sa neto, Joby?
Hindi ko lang alam sa kanila.
Alam ko 1K yan.
1K nga ata.
Not satisfied with the status quo. Might find Ghost. But they're very fun to try and block things off.
What's the best of one?
Is a tier 1 tower here.
Ganun lang.
Come in very, very fast on the side of RNG. Looks like Ghost read the play. Well, this is the true form. This is going to be buying space and time. They know what's happening.
Go pa to siya.
There's the counterplay here. The damage from the spear will be good enough to kill Tims. And now, Kaka, the blink onto FBZ, forcing him to go into the BKB TP out.
And a growth.
Roots not available. Ghost.
No root, bakit BKB?
Yeah.
That'll allow FBZ to escape. On bottom of Pie. Inside the trees here. And have a clear beat onto him so they can't make the jump.
Hi guys! Oh my god.
Ay, ang baho!
Hi!
Go ate baho!
Go at ihumot. Go at imabango.
DIY braces is on the way!
Mami semi-brace.
Semi-brace!
Semi-brace sa imong mata. Tadyakan, tika din na.
Hoy, uwi na siya.
Take care.
Ay, hindi pala siya uwi. Kasi kasama siya sa TI.
So, ikaw lalaro ni Koan, ni Alvin.
Pero sasabit ka sa
Pero sabit lang siya sa buntot ng eroplano.
Teacher Jerson.
Doon ka sa grinder ng aeroplano.
Relax. Pupunta ako ng TI.
Oh, ganda.
Ang ganda. Maraming pera.
Pinadala ka na ba ng tatay mo, Lime?
Ano?
Pinadala ka na ng tatay mo?
Hindi, gaga. Joke lang.
Pero yung tatay man dyan ah.
Ano?
Asan na yung tatay mo?
Wala eh. Wala.
Nalum mo sa sabaw.
Lumot sa sabaw.
Ano yun?
Nalum mo sa sabaw.
Ano mo sabihin nun?
Ano? Walang contact. Pero may contact kayo, baliw ka. Yan yung meaning nun, ma. Walang contact. Pero may contact sila ngayon.
Ay, nanang mic mo, Mel. Ano?
Lumot sa sabaw.
Nakahina ata yung mic ni ano dyan.
Nakahina nga dito. Dito sa akin. Sa taka ulit, Mel.
Pero sa Tagalog na lumot sa sabaw, day.
No contact, bayot.
Saan ka naglalaro, Lime, at may malinaw kang mic ngayon?
Yung nasa bahay lang. Bakit?
Gumana na ba yung bigay ko sa yung mic?
Yes, dapat. Phoenix ko.
Oh, ganda.
Magpapa-DIY ako bukas. Pupunta ako dito sa Soria.
Shut up. Hindi ka makaka-afford.
Hindi mo na-afford.
Magkano ba yan, Lime? Lime, magkano yan?
Sampay ka ng 5,000.
5K? Hanggang kailan yan?
Okay, di ba sabi niya 2K?
5K daw?
Hindi, 20,000.
20,000. Baka sampalin.
Joke lang. Magkano ba yan sa'yo, Joby? Mahal yan. Ano?
50.
50?
Sa akin, 100.
Huwag ka na, mabaho.
Invisible Grace.
Tangina.
Ang baho ng DIY mo.
Umabot dito sa Cebu yung kabahuan mo, Carl.
Ay, ko.
Ganon.
Sige, sampalin mo ako ng titi dyan.
Sino ba, Maid? Ikaw, Lime, Maid? O si Amel?
Ano,
Si
kayo
Lime.
bahala.
Yun lang naman yung role niya.
Okay ka, Joby.
Ay, may tour na dito, ma. Parang next month.
Gusto siya ng TI, Beng. Ano ka?
Next month pa man, gaga.
Magpapasyal ko sila doon.
Oh.
Plan ko yung isang pang pinila si Ben.
Si Ben Sabtola.
Oh,
Hi, Ben. Oo. Hi, Ben.
Day.
Hi, Ben.
Uy, Day. Curaçao.
Bakit?
Curaçao.
Mantis Pay.
Ang tour na dili, Day. Makadaog ka, Day. Sponsoran ka, Day.
Yeah. I'm okay. Yung kalaban natin, yung offlane namin dun sa kabanatuan mo, si David.
Curaçao trash token daw ni Eder.
Curaçao. Huwag kang ganyan, Curaçao.
Bakit kaya makikipag-stokan?
Dahil di ka na mo tawag Claire ha kay saban ka sa mama. Carl na lang.
Buwang ka?
Dapat tae.
Hindi. Dapat pakantot.
Mahinig ka, Miss Heart. Oh, kau yun naka-live siya
Natakpan na kabayot. Nasakpan na yung mabahong hininga mo. Kung
Isa
ano
man.
ka talaga.
Si Ben, manap ba yun?
Kita na Ben. Oy, Ben and Ben.
Ben Sabtula na dahil dugay may friends, na buwang ka.
O
3 years.
kailangan na.
3 years na may friends, friends sa Facebook. Ayuwan his Facebook na pod. Grabe na.
Sige, big FB drop.
Uy, nasa naman akong
Paano
wahas?
naman
Uy.
yan? Sana ba itong mga tao dito?
Naglalaro pa ata yung Camping Liza. Sakto toy off ko yung stream ko. Magto 2 hours. Uy, gago.
Looking for single.
Oh, sino pupusta? May pamusta ba kayong dalawa? Lime, saka Claire?
Wala nga kaming feels.
Si Joby na. O panis, yan live, binuhat ko sa rank. Hala.
Tig 300 kami ni Joby. Pupusta ka ba, Mel?
Thank you.
Pupusta ka, Mel?
Sige, 2H ako.
Oh. Ay, tama ba? Tig 300 kami? Tig 400 kami?
Tayo na tag 400.
Oo, top 400 tayo.
game is
Pupusta daw si Ate Mes Heart eh.
there's a little bit of normalcy as well. We can see.
Wag lang maputol yung brace nila eh.
May bago kasi ano fantasy Trixie.
Hi, ano tayo gabi?
Bago
30?
Ako, Carla, order ka pa sa akin mo pa pinangalan na.
Ano
Ganito ba, Joby? Joby. Ganito ba to? Mas yung ngipin parang hindi makakain ng mga matigas.
Wag gumaganon pa. Be, peki lang, be.
Matigas. Gusto ko puro sabaw na.
Be, DIY lang yan, be. Wag kang tuminera.
Mag-share lang ka.
Ambisyosa ka. Dinikit lang yan.
Dentista ba mismo? Ang nagkabit? Dentista?
Oo.
Ay, baka tunay.
Mag-serelak ka, be.
Magkano?
Baka tunay nga, Joby. Baka tunay.
Oo, masakit siya.
Picturean mo nga, live, pasa mo nga sa akin. Yung walang filter, be.
Alin mo kami eh.
Tinignan ko lang, gago. Kasi kung masakit yan, ano yan, mamamagay, ipin mo masisira na. Peke. Pag peke,
Noong una brace ka, Ben. Maglulungkot ko lang talaga.
Hindi naman.
Dito o yun?
Worship ka naman.
Yun yung ginawa ng BFF ko eh.
Gago! Grabe!
Yung ginawa ng friend ko.
Parang siyang nag-control yung input mo.
Hindi ka na si Japoy, puta.
That was so close. Your pawn almost lost his life, but RNG
Gago, hindi ka pala kami.
Atay si Maring Chen.
stand firm and stand strong.
Sumunod si Pilbian.
Get some vision control back again.
At tinipan siya ni Gislaw.
The advent of Roshan respawning, you certainly want to go back into the pit and use this age as flag in the game.
Yeah, it's
Tagal naman
one of those scary scenarios right now where
Ni Heather Peter Pan.
becoming the focal point for both teams.
Ang tagal ni Heather Peter Pan.
See
eh.
how scared they are towards the sniper because they know that if they start walking towards
Ang nagpariban kay Men's Heart.
slow it down, and then all it takes is
Dapat may trash to ako yun eh. Parang
Kailan pa itong kulang kami?
Ha? Kanina sa mahali.
It's gonna be hard to deal with, so we're starting to
Dala ni ate ko.
slip away.
Ibigay mo lang daw yung bili mong panty sa kabra, Amel, kay ano, kay Lime.
Ina lang to lang. Kasi yan kasama ko ni Joby.
Dadalhin ka yung pag-uwi.
Size 32. Eh, ang size ko 2 lang. Kaya, imposibleng akin yan.
Have we had history?
Ba yan? Parang patalo rin sila dito. Pero mayaman si Jackie.
What about games with like
Sino ba yung kalima nila?
major comebacks,
Mama mo.
long drawn out affairs? I don't think actually you would maybe one of the series in the last chance. Then bhi3 wildcard game.
Hindi, gago. Muna lang dinatos agad.
He gets off the V game. Look how much damage he did just on an immediate turnaround. Trying to TP out.
Yung damit dito, kampi mo.
Oh.
Ang damit.
Oh. Yang binubos niya lang yan, yung binigay ko sa kanya. Para magkapera daw siya dun.
Yung boyfriend na niya.
Bubo si David na, mongoloy.
Yung ng boyfriend.
Ikaw nga may tibin eh.
Yeah.
Huwag kayong
Hindi ka pa rin natinigil kay Tiben, Lime.
Shut up.
Hindi mo talaga tinigilan si tibin.
Hindi mo tinigilan yun, Lime. Wala ka namang...
Tinigilan ko kayong lahat.
Leche, bakla ka, wala ka namang pera eh. Nagjojowa ka pa. Kaya ayoko tapapuntahin dito eh. May pa-jowa-jowa ka pa kasi, baliw. Tignan mo si...
magjojowa.
Tignan mo si Claire. Tignan mo si Claire. Walang jowa-jowa.
Jojowain ko si Ewe. Halika na Ewe. Nagdiba-diba sa
Wala na ng back.
Dapat si Ewe at sa Star.
Oh.
True.
Ang ina yung dalawa.
I don't know how he's done so much damage, but there was a softness there. And
Si ano dapat?
he disappeared. He got evaporated. I don't
Si
know how
Trixie
that
tsaka
happened.
si Yaha. Ganon.
Boom. I still feel like they're in the driver's seat.
Gaga, masakit na tong ano.
Yung ba sa akin si Trixie? Pwede. Sino
Walang
yan?
sa'yo, Nicole.
Ano yung pogi yung best, Peday?
Ay, scammer sa ganda.
Kagatanong mo kay Joby.
Yung mga maganda.
Hindi kung bagay kami ni Palus.
Palos? Ay, ang ina.
Bawal yan.
Yari kay
Kaya pa akong picture ni Palus. Oo.
Di ba nakikita si Palo sa personal?
Nakikita ko lang yan.
Umiinom
Pero,
ng green.
pero umalis siya. Hindi kami
Joey,
nakating.
ba ako di ba?
Palus.
Joby bet daw ba siya ni Bob?
Di ba?
Sobra.
Super.
Super duper.
Pero mas bet ka ni Steven.
Ibalik ba yun? Buak konti ka dahil. Sige, Joy. Unhi ko.
Taman.
Na, ang taman. Ito, siya ka sa fountain.
Ang tangon ka rin mo di ay may bayot.
Tama, PS6 balik.
Bayot. Mag-smurf mo ka rin. Ganun mo kag bayot. Bayot.
Wait lang. Sige, gutom ko dahil.
Alam din ganun kao.
Tama, matambo ko dira. Si Jovi ay.
Hindi mataba ka doon.
Gago, nakapag...
Sabi ko kung pumunta ko dyan, tataba talaga ako. Nung pumunta ko dyan, 1 week. Malaki na yung chance ko. Pag-uwi.
Ako hindi.
Sa hindi, mong mata, dako nakagtiandaan niya eh.
Ganun ba?
Oo, sige.
Mostly though, they were here for the tier
Pero maganda dyan si Dixie.
Ang tagal naman ni kumaring bra.
Kumaring bra.
Ang tagal ni size 32.
Sino ba? Yung sa may kalimani na tayo.
Size 32.
Ayun.
I
Baka na si size 32.
Kaya ano, oy, gigutom na ko.
Kisa hindi pang-invite niya.
May ano din dyan, night market, gano'n.
Oh, meron.
Malaki yung siguma.
Dami
Wala
na
naman ako
tao.
sinabing maliit, tinanong ko lang.
Saan ba Cebu Lime?
Ba't ka nagagalit?
Saan ka Cebu Lime?
Ano?
Saan ka sa Cebu?
Piet Pardo. Malapit lang
Ano yung city yun?
One lang pa.
City yun?
Parang, city. One ride lang.
Maraming tao.
Oh, madaming tao sa labas.
Eh bakit Calaclair walang tao? Parang dulo ng mundo.
Ano?
Calaclair walang tao.
Oo, sa kanila. Parang probinsya, ganon.
Malapit lang sa inyo sila, ano, di ba? Maria Hadid ba yun?
Oh, what? Parang 5 minutes lang pupunta ko doon.
5 minutes lang. Ang gawin mo? CR ka? Sa CR. Maganda yung CR
Ano
ko.
pangalan nun, be?
Kung
Maria,
anong dumihan niya, no?
Ellie.
Putang ina talaga pinapasok ko talaga yung tsinelas niya, oh. Galing, oh.
Si Maria Veronica Hadid.
Hadid.
Maria Veronica Hadid.
Yeah.
Pakibyan pa kay Miss Heart.
Yung, ng bato ng monoblock. Bakit mo yan?
Ano yung binato ng pansit?
Binato niya ng monoblock ko. Pinampas niya.
to CDC at some point in the upper bracket. Apparently, he locked his
Pero asan na?
into a hotel but he's like, no one is leaving until we figure out how to keep those boys.
Lumaban ka amin.
Ano ba? Uy, ako
Nikat
na.
Triona.
Asa na ba?
Piling ko OG. Pinanonood ni Heather, eh. Ano pinapanood ni Heather? Bayot sa ano?
Bayot.
At baka pinaliligoan pa yung pusa.
Maybe at the end of this group stage, we're going to see some
Ito ng ano, may gusto.
Si Ben yung carry nila so yung offline nila. Sabi.
Bugbugin natin yan, be.
satisfied with the
May naisip na ako lean up.
Natalo ko yan si Ben eh. Sa rank nag-enigma ako.
Wala naman live si Maki.
Ano na?
Wala ka naman live mamaya, di ba?
Oo, pagtapos na ito. Sakto magto 2 hours na to. Wala pa naman sila.
Pinapanood ka ba ni Safi?
Oo, nanonood dyan.
Ni Safi Gray.
Oo. Si Scammy.
Ni Kimpernicus.
Lumamang pa sila? Kaso 1K lang?
Ay,
May hindi, kapag hindi lang naman nahuli to si Jackie, panalo sila eh.
Game pa pala yung isa nila.
Be, kayo na ko pa nga sinasabi, be, pinapanood nga ni Heather, be.
Okay, sorry.
Diba? Ano nga siya, oh.
Di ba, natalo ko si Beth sa enigma ko.
Ano ba rank yan? Ano rank yan?
Nakadubo ko yan, tapos si Ate Pamela.
Naging
Sneaking ladder.
Naging ano niya, solo niya na.
Sumabay si Heather.
Oo.
Aura ko yan. Gaga, si Pamela kasi Miss Congeniality. Kung saan ko nga nakita ang Discord eh. Yung mga mga kalaro ko dito kakabite, sila Mika, yung babae. Beka party niya na. Tapos nasa Discord din siya. Sabi ko, taray ni Pamela, Miss Congeniality. Lahat ka-party. Kung sino-sino mga ka-party. Pag natalo na si Jackie, tulog yung mukha nito eh. Gago, pag nag-aganims tong itong Laika, no? Tapos niya sa bear, yung tunay.
Nakagatin niya sa pisngin.
True.
Sila eh.
Tapos silang Oo, sobrang bait niya. Nakakais lang kasi lumalabas talaga siya. Hindi. Pag umalis kami, siya yung kinukulong namin. Hindi ito. Ito mabait din ko.
Kung may Miss 85, may Miss 32.
Oo, si Ice.
Yung Mr. Bino, si Carlia.
Trixie. Si Mel nagalit ako yung
sabi sa akin ni sabi niya,
Malaban naman, baka nanay.
Uy, magkakaluto?
Ano magutom ka kaya niya pagkain ng pusa yan?
Papi?
4 months. Gusto ko nga ganyan na siya kalaki.
Ice! Parang turn is brand.
Parang siya, seed shot.
Pag umubuksan, kayo mudra yan.
Hindi ko lang. Ay,
pinapakain kasi namin si Maki, sinukulong namin siya.
Nakakali ka pa na yun.
Kasi papi ko eh. Matako pa yan. Pero pag mga
Pero for
Pero okay naman na sabi na
Yung unang peso ng interest.
Nilink niya sa pangalan niya, Jace. Si Jace yan.
Nagbababarin.
Tapos dito na.
Pag na-preheat talaga si Cardo.
Pero dito na yan. Ganun lang siya kalaki. Tapos 4 months na siya ang mid lang niya.
Pero nakapagpapag yan eh. Nakalapit.
Pag darating na yung dalawang bata, galing.
Baso yan na, makakalapit na.
Favorite ka
Gogi, patay yung barely fit. Kala pa.
Wala patay.
Ayos dapat ka, higa ka. Higa ka.
Yung laban ko na.
Di dito sa lapag.
Yung laban ko si Sniffer. Lan.
Kumakanta yan. Oo, lagi kumakanta yan pag kumakanta kami. Dapat ka, Ice.
Ay, tayo kanina
Lagi pa bakla dito kayo mo kumanta ng sayang na sayang. Sobrang ganda. Hindi napipiyok sa kanta.
Yung tinulungan ko mag-bet. Binigyan niya ako 10K lang po na hiniram niya sa akin. Tapos, sabi ko kasi, kumuha siya sa Dig Spirit kasi underground. Huwag ko pag-box ko doon. Kasi nasa akin din yung PLX eh. Pagtingin ko namin po.
talaga na ano.
Nanalo siya 10K.
Anong tao? Ay, dahil chatting ko ko. Kaya Carl F. Game na
Check
ha.
ako sa Lazada na nakalabas na to.
O palit naman sa
Kaso
gawa.
3 piraso lang.
Nakuha mo ba?
Oo,
Wala na yun eh.
Ha? Or sa start na ha.
Hindi naman hindi to kinakamot kasi ni Mati.
Ay, nakalimutan.
Walang kalmot yan. Kasi binububog ko
Si
siya.
Papi sa.
Ano ka ba? Isang araw, popost ko na missing yan eh. Isang oras siyang nawawala.
Wala, ganyan talaga mga pusa. Ganyan din problema sa amin ng mga pusa.
Pero ano nasan siya? Nandun sa building. May hinabol siyang kaawan.
Kasi hindi na titigilan. Lalo na pag nag-hit.
Nagkasugat yan.
Wala, pag ang mga lalaki,
Feeling ko yung kuko niya nang iwan sa kaaway niya.
sobrang lala ng mga lalaking pusa. Talagang may battle scar pa.
Pero yan, mabait hindi nang aaway ng tao.
Ba't kami sa 85 yung pangalan?
Pag nandyan, pag nakababa ko kasi kinakagat.
Iwan ko din.
Oo,
Yan na.
takot siya.
Dati, siya yung umaaway dyan ngayon. Makikipagharutan na siya. Ice!
Baka yung first 85K niya.
Daba no? Gusto ko nga magdatan niya
Takot
mga.
sa akin.
Hindi, ngayon ka lang kasi niya nakita.
Cute naman, nangihilala na siya.
Kala ko naman nakita mo na yung gawa. Kinulong namin kasi kumakain si Mabis. Tinanong ko si Jace, Jace, ano gusto mong name? Ice. Bakit Ice? Kasi
Go ko na sa...
Pero babae yan. Eh, lang bago. Pero pag darating siya, yung dalawang bata, lalapit. Hindi ka pa niya kasi kilala.
Grabe naman mga ilala to, bes.
Hindi lalapit.
Yung pananay pala ni Johnny.
Ay, saan ka nila?
Ba't sa'yo?
Ha? Sa mama niya, late na sabi.
Grabe rin yung aso, Ben.
Sabi sa kanya na may dumating ng bangko na nakapasok.
Sagana sa bahay.
Ay, patayin pa tayo.
Ano daw pa yung napesa?
Ice! Ice!
Hindi siya magtatanong ni Johnny.
Ay, itong kilala niya. Loyal.
Hindi mo pala, bakit kayo na pa nandiyan yan, guys?
Naririnig.
Hindi. Parang puta.
Pumunta ka daw kay Mabusha.
Masweet yan. Pag matutulog tumatap. Eh, kaso binawa ko 6
It's gonna be
Sa sobrang tuwa.
Mula
Saan kami sila Joey?
Akala mo sila Joey?
Saan kami si Trixie, si Joey, si Samantha. Immortal din yung kanina dito.
Sino kustahan niyo?
Mga taga-Cebu. Ay, magalian.
Magkano?
1K per day.
Grabe, ganung levels.
And then they can start putting the
Wala
pressure
kasi
in.
yun.
Ice!
Bakit ka? Ay, sana na natin.
I think RNG know.
Kita.
Pinagsikilala.
Iiwan.
Kilala na?
Hindi kasi baby pa lang.
Gogi, baka matapang niya.
Tinalabas ko yung tiba daling ata.
Because they have the ADS issues, but they also don't know.
Kaso ang problema niya, tinanong sa doktor, bakit ganyan mas mahaba.
We've seen throughout the entire
Saka ito,
this
sa mata niya, nawawala yan, pero kasi sa sobrang tuwa, so sabi ng doktor, lumalabas na talaga.
Not travel all the way to Singapore. Find yourself with the 19 other
Porque kanina na. Patagtagin ko nga.
Tapos pag umaga yan, pagising namin, alam niya na makulong siya. Tapos pag binabayon, alam niya na, yun na siyang vitamin.
Ano ba ibig sabihin ng kurata?
Ito yun, ma.
Ay,
Oh, bansa yan. Kasi yung may sumali sa Miss International na ano.
feeling ko ano to, nahalo ng Japanese mix kasi yung
Ganyan
buhok
yung,
niya.
ano niya pag ganun.
Pag ganito, kasi shadow shih tzu lang to. Dito shih tzu.
May maldita.
Sa yung buhok nun, di ba kulot-kulot? Dito straight eh. Tapos yung tenga niya maganda.
Ay, hindi.
Ang tagal ni Miss 87.
Tapos lagi mo na talabas yung dila.
Gusto mo po pumal ko sa
Kita iyo palang
Si Nate eh.
She just wants me.
parang mula ikay lalaho.
Tapos nagka-distemper. Tapos yung aso na pinay niya na
Porque contigo yo para mi corazón.
May aso ako, di ba? Si Piper. Kinuwala ng aso ko sa bata. Piper. Yung una kong aso. Aso kasi hindi pwede dito
Ang ay, pwede na.
Tawag ka!
Ice!
Nahihiya pa siya. Ano na? Saan na yung kakampi nila? Isabe.
Era vida yo contigo.
Labay na, Ice. Hindi yan lalabas? Hindi yan lumalabas. Si Mabis lang. Hindi yan lalabas. Hindi yan lalabas.
Ay, yaman ni Ame yun.
Lalabas siya!
Pero babalik siya. Hindi siya.
Here!
To be kind of chill, right? Because they know if they get at least 30 seconds
Oh.
of some of these
Hindi yan lalabas.
these lanes, that's when it starts getting scary. Like Boomer finally getting
Lalabas siya kanina.
late game stuff. And we've
That's
seen five
lang.
Agony set this up.
Oh,
It's even got the good
Ay,
old
Ice.
prism. It's always what you like to
Eh.
see.
Porque contigo
Hindi,
yo
hindi yan na. Oh, di ba?
Si
Si Mabis, pag dun sa may pinto.
And also, there's a global where now you pause as well as Jackie.
Ice.
All of this kind of critical mass where you have to deal with these team fights. All they
Lagro.
Nakita kasi nakaganyan lagi ang. Palabas nila.
Ang sweeterecho.
Pag yan, pitulog lang si Mabis na diretso na ito. Babay ka na, As. Oo, si Luna. Papaya. Pagkagising mo ng magay na
They just have no fear when they go to kind of place. And there's the shape-shifted Wolf Britain screen there. Seems completely fair and balanced to me. FB0 makes the jump. Look who they found. It's Softness. And the Lentrack dies first. That is a huge, huge loss. He does buy back though. Ghost eating some right-click damage coming in. Long range from the sniper. Assassinate will be there. Not enough damage to kill him though. 210 to still stay alive. NPZ, BKB plus Bravery equals a dead Lentrack. RNG really finding themselves in an awkward position down in this bottom lane here through a certain overcommitment to them.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta go, right? Like, if you're the one that's able to catch out things and that's exactly what happened to Somnus. You just gotta call Lacken, man. Like, you come in with the BKB and press the bash early on. They're able to take that boost as well.
Oo, kaya nga ang taba niya.
The amount of times, the amount of games
Sana'y magmilagro. Dito, mali ay maibigay.
Ito ko ba, 23 nga lang yun eh.
Ulit na kuno.
Malamig yan, be. Ah. Ayaw mo kay Ate Bianca? Ha? Dahil lumapit kay Bianca. Hindi mo siya kilala? Ha? Hindi kilala ng baby? Hindi kilala ng baby, ano? Ayaw mo kay Ate Bianca?
I think at that point, it's gonna get scary. We get T5 items.
Ayaw mo kay Ate Bianca, Ice?
Hoping so, my friend. Finish. Gets caught by the quick bags. They allow Jackie to just finish him off with the assassinate. I think at this point for RNG, there's only one thing you can do. Only one thing you can do, right? Is over the door clients. Go through the TI replays. What Alliance was doing.
Game na?
This game to hell and back. Ain't no other option. Straight fight, we've already seen is not gonna go well for them.
Sakto tayo out ko na yung stream ko. Bye-bye mga B!
That's the state of the game that